This episode of Your Mom's House is brought to you by Sattva Luxury Mattress, the only online mattress company that provides free delivery, setup, and mattress removal.
Welcome to Your Mom's House with Tom Segura, and
Christina Pajitsky.
welcome to Your Mom's House.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Stupid. Gross. Tom, who are you?
Check it out.
Check it out.
Try it. I got a new show. It's a second show being added in Eugene's, Oregon.
Good one.
Eugene, Oregon. The McDonald Theater. October 4th, the 9:30 show has been added. It is on pre-sale Wednesday, June 27th, beginning at 10 a.m. Pacific.
Pre-sale.
The password, if you want to get it, is try it out. All one word. All one word, try it out. And then the general on sale will be Friday, 6/29, June 29th, beginning at 10 a.m. Pacific. But if you want to get those pre-sale tickets, use that code word, try it out, all one word. In addition to those stinky little jeans.
That's
Who is this, by the way? This is Instrumental 2 by B.G. Jovi. Few tickets left. There's a sold-out show in Breast Balls Beach. Couple tickets left for a Brea Thursday show. It's the Friday in Breast Balls Beach, Florida, that has West Palm Beach that has tickets. Let's see. About 50 tickets left in Boise. Ball Sacramento, Fresno, Bakersfield. Those are all on sale. Fort Myers, Florida in November.
good one.
Jack Meowville, Florida. A second show was added in Orlando. The first one is sold out. Augusta, Montclair, and Philadelphia. For people who have been asking about other cities, they will all be announced soon as part of a huge nationwide, perhaps some international dates. Those will all happen in 2019, but that's going to be probably pretty close to it for me for the year. Oh, I'm sorry. Pechanga, Temecula. That's also November 30th, and that went on sale. Gene, sorry.
Great. I, too, have a pre-sale to announce. Philadelphia. I am coming to you December 7th. Pre-sale tickets go on sale June 27th, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
When are you going?
It's December 7th. It's the day before I do Jew Dork Titties. So the promo code for that pre-sale is going to be MUSHY, M-U-S-H-Y. Yep. So by the time this drops, you guys can get your pre-sale tickets. Your pre-sale! And then I added a second show in Jew Dork Titties, a 10:30 show.
Gramercy.
At the Gramercy Theater. Those did a pre-sale this week, but the general on sale is going on now. That's for December 8th, the very next night. So get those tickets at Christina P. Online. Also, 11/24, that's November 24th, Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah.
If you're sick of your family, if you like your family and want to bring them to my show.
It's the best time to go out to a show.
I think it is. It's a Saturday. You guys are sick and tired of being in the house. Come see me, San Diego, California, at the House of Blues. And that's it. And I, too, will be announcing some kind of thing in 2019, some type of a tour. We're working it out now.
All right.
And that's it for now, guys.
I stopped into I did a set at the Gramercy one time with Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock. Oh, well, no big deal. So.
Who? I've never heard these small-time comedians.
All right, Gene.
Gene.
So much fun. We have a couple of great guests joining us today. They'll be here in a little while. We have a lot to go over. You ready to get down with this?
I'm ready to try it out, man.
Let's try it out.
Here's a deal, man.
Oh, we got
to get
another
fucked.
development with that guy. I can't wait to tell you about it.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I swear. It's
How can it give any more?
I know. It's just one of those things, man. Here we go.
Daddy Long Neck here with another video, and I need a lady there. Lotion my neck like this.
This shit is big time!
Who is Randy?
Don't bring anyone mother into this.
Yo, mom in the fucking stand!
Welcome to your mom's house.
Oh my goodness, I don't know what the fuck's going on with this guy. Real quick, just to before I forget the Twitch, just in case you're interested, we're doing this show 2 hours before it drops on YouTube. So YouTube, the show drops 11 p.m. Pacific Tuesday evenings. That's when it comes out on YouTube. On Twitch, it's coming out at 9 p.m. And
come on.
as an added bonus, Blue Band is there. Gene, you were there last week. I'm going to try to jump on next week.
I did. I got to talk to mommies for a minute.
What's
and,
your handle?
I think it's Queen Jeans. Queen Jeans 1.
Mm-hmm. I'm DJ Dadmouth 1, so I'll be there in a week.
I'm surprised nobody took that.
It's twitch.tv/your mom's house podcast.
It's cool. I you know what? I'm very not cool.
Yeah.
And I went on there and I'm like, oh, what a great way for fans of the show to kind of
chat it up,
and go along with what's happening live. It's
this
kind of
audio
a cool
was
thing.
weird, but I don't know what this kid's saying.
This kid does have a really long neck.
He does.
Daddy Long Neck here with
Daddy
another
Long Neck.
video, and I need a lady in it.
What?
Lotion my neck like this.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, do you think?
Do you think it's really long or that it's an angle?
Oh,
of
I
the
think it's really
camera?
long. I was going to ask, do you think that the length has anything to do with his voice being
Daddy Long Neck.
right? Like, are his vocal cords stretched out?
Yeah, he's got. Is he not? He's not American, right? What
I
is
think
he?
he's definitely American.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought he sounded like New Zealander.
Oh no!
Maybe mom's trying. Oh my God, the baby just kicked right under
You
my
have
ribs.
a baby in you?
Oh my God, that was so painful. Oh shit, man. There's a person there.
There's
it's
a
so
human,
I forget.
human being.
So ladies, if you're down to do this,
They do this.
comment
Comment.
and you already know what it is. Hit my inbox on Instagram.
Boy, what is happening?
Damn Long Neck. That's what my Instagram user is.
You know what I can't help but think when this happens?
What?
I mean, obviously, he's an odd bird.
Yeah. He's an ostrich.
But what's great about the internet is that he's putting out a call out there for someone to rub lotion on his long ass neck.
Yeah.
It's an odd thing to do. He sounds weird. He looks different. Someone's gonna do it. Someone's gonna be like, "I'd love to rub lotion on your neck," and that's
Someone
what I
wants
love
it.
about us being all connected.
It's true.
Someone is watching this, being like, "I want to rub lotion on that kid's
That's
neck."
the one unifying element to the internet. The rest is divisive and hate and, horrible comments. And then there's times like this where some freak can get somebody to
Yeah.
rub lotion.
It's true.
Now, do you think the vocal fry is a result of the length of
I don't
the
know. I
neck?
don't know
Yeah.
if he is making it so that it sounds like that, or if it's really just something that's, you know what I mean? I don't know if it's a big forced thing or
It's
if it's really,
forced. That's an affect, this vocal fry shit.
I know, but I
guys don't
feel
usually
like-
do this. This is usually a teenage girl thing, a younger girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Megan and I have been together for nearly 3 years. She's a beautiful girl who I'm very much in love with, and I have a lot in common with.
I can't wait to get home and jump in the pool.
The pool.
He's so
It sounds like he's laying down when he speaks, right?
No, it does.
Lotion my neck. If you're down to do this.
They'll do this.
He does have vocal fry.
And also like an accent, an affect.
Yeah.
To do this. Is he
So
talking like gangster?
People, if y'all got a lady that'll do this for me, that'll massage my neck, rub lotion all over it. Tell them to hit me up.
Got it.
I'm off this. Long neck matters. Respect the neck.
Now,
Respect the neck.
this does have the elements of a Great Your Mom's House
It
video.
does. I'll tell you what's striking me though, but I think I know what you're gonna say. But I do think what I'm really enjoying about Damn Longneck or Danny Longneck, whatever his name is, Danny Longneck, that he's at least feigning some sort of confidence. It's very easy to
sure.
be down about yourself if you have a 26-inch neck.
Yeah.
But he's like, you know what? I'm owning it. I'm gonna go with the nickname.
Always. You know, you always have to accentuate your flaws.
Yeah.
Rather than try to hide them, because everyone sees it, and that's really success.
I love it when they call me Big Papa. You know what I mean? It's like saying,
well, big mushy perps. You know, my
Right.
tits aren't getting any smaller.
Yep.
But we just got to address the fact that they're getting more and more enormous every
and
day.
I'm Big Daddy Stank Dick.
Okay. No.
Put it out there. Yeah, stinky dick. and
It's one of your sad traits. You're really
Yeah.
bummed about having a big old stinky dick.
Yeah, everyone used to point at it and laugh, make
Yeah.
fun of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get caught on things, and people are like, you got a big,
Yeah.
stupid, stinky dick. And I was like, but now I talk about it.
Was it hard for you to change after football practice?
Everybody hated changing after football practice.
That's
I went to a weird school with regard to that.
What do you mean?
Well, I remember, it's weird because you should be a little more comfortable with it. But when I went to school, I'm a freshman in high school. The upperclassmen were changing with towels around their waists and like wearing boxers into the showers.
Oh, Jesus.
So you don't want to break the mold of what the upperclassmen are doing, because then you're like being extra weird, you know?
You're big old queer.
But it was weird that they were doing that.
It is weird, especially because they're upperclassmen. They're more developed.
I think a big part of it was that it was a very small school. I think if it were a normal size high school, like or a big high school, I don't think that ever would have happened.
But I've always felt that showering at school was just so cruel, and
I know it's hard on a teenager.
You're an adolescent. Your body is just fakakta, and then they want you to get naked in the middle of the day, and then why not? But have practice at the end of the day, and then just go home dirty. Can't you do that, like at a gym or something?
Yeah, I don't know. Football, you get really funky.
I know.
It's tight stuff. A helmet. You're sweating, and it's Florida.
What time of day were you
practicing?
I was going to say
Usually
rehearsing.
around, like 3:30 to 5:30.
Yeah, so just fucking go home and shower. Why do you have to shower there?
You're a disaster after football. You're just such a mess.
No.
Only one kid walked around flaunting his dick, and he had a big old
Black
dick.
guy?
Yeah, he's black, and he had a big dick.
That's why.
And he also,
What?
he was looking for the dudes.
Oh, he was looking for the dudes?
Yeah. He was looking for dudes.
Do you think he found any dudes in high school?
Not in high school, but I think outside of high school, he definitely met some dudes.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Guys are such animals.
He liked showing it,
Yeah. But I feel like I would too if I had a big old biggie.
Black dick?
Yeah.
Me too.
Damn.
I didn't have a dick like that.
No, who does? Very, very rare.
My dick would hide. And especially when I was active.
Yeah.
It would like invert. It would like grow into me.
But that's, I think, isn't that like natural? Because your body's protecting your twig and berries.
It's natural if you have a little dick. Yeah.
I never showered after. Well, first of all, I didn't really do PE as a kid.
Yeah.
Like I would like fake run. Or I do like a 15-minute mile. So I would never really break a sweat because I was goth.
Yeah.
And then that meant that my makeup would get all messed up. So I was just kind of fake.
Dick size is so traumatic for boys.
You're still thinking about those dicks, huh?
No, I'm thinking about like that. How traumatic.
It's like titty size, but titty size is traumatic for us girls.
Yeah, that's true. I can see that. I almost feel like dick
terrible.
size
And periods are traumatic.
Different,
But then you get your period, and like you want to hide that kind of from the other girls, so maybe they don't have theirs yet.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like it. Yeah, because then that's embarrassing. You could bleed all over your shorts or something at school. Like the first time you get it, that was my big fear.
Wow.
Is that I get my period at school and like I just bleed everywhere. I mean, it didn't go down that way, thankfully.
God.
But yeah, but you guys are always into your big dick sizes. I
Yeah.
feel like it's a big deal, guys.
Big deal. It's a big deal.
Can they? I mean, do they have the science yet to make people's dicks bigger?
They do, but it's not It's not like breast implants.
Yeah, you figure it. See, that's the thing. Is that usually
and here's the thing: a breast implant that doesn't, let's say, isn't perfect. You're like, it's still a tit or whatever. A dick implant, or like a fake dick that make it bigger, could affect bodily functions. It could affect definitely performance. It could affect sensation. Like it's totally not worth it to do that.
I feel like they could just put like a mold dick over your tiny dick. Like if you had a small,
right.
can't they just put like an implant dick over your regular dick?
I don't think they do it like that.
Like,
I would never sign up for any type of surgery on my dick that wasn't mandatory.
Well, of course. I mean, yeah.
I mean, like I have a normal size dick, but I'm saying even if it were like micro penis, I still would be like, no
Don't touch
knives.
I agree. That's so. But here's the thing: is that men have invented like vaginal rejuvenation and boob jobs and cellulite sucking out. You'd think that the guys would start inventing penile growth stuff. Like
I don't know if they can do growth. I know they do implant. They do penile.
Well,
implants.
they do female to male surgeries.
They do. They do an enlargement surgery. It exists.
Right. But not like a big. It's not good.
I don't think it's. I mean, I've seen some shows on it. It's like. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's if it were really effective and well done, you'd hear
guys
about it.
Be doing it
all the
left
time.
and right.
Yeah.
Well, because I've seen those penises that like when a woman transitions.
Oh my God!
They basically grow the clit out through.
Stop
hormones.
talking.
So you just have an enlarged clitoris or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's not. It doesn't look like a big old peener.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Put your dick between your legs.
That's basically what
I would totally get vag rejuvenation now.
Make your snatch tighter?
Just because it gets blasted with kids. Like, I'm going to have my second baby, and this kid's already big. They're like, it's going to be at least 8 pounds.
I think the doctor takes it.
Fucking blast my
I think
vag.
they take it for a test drive. That's how they know if it's done right.
Like, I'm going to have to have intercourse with you right now.
Yeah. But you're
Check
out.
your oil.
And you wake up, you're like, what happened? He's like, feels good.
Feels great.
Feels
You're going to
really
like this
good.
one, Tom. Are you in the room too? And he's like, this is great. You're going to love it.
How's it feel? Yeah. He's like, oh, really nice. I'm like, okay, cool.
But I have to because it's all blasted. It's all fucked up, man.
Blasted.
Yeah.
No.
It's a disaster down there.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It's going to be an even bigger disaster after the second boy.
You think so?
Dude, yes. It's all trashed. This vessel is trashed. I need to get my tits done. I can get my vag done.
Come on.
Yeah, my tits are all fucked up now. They're below my. I got big Nat Geo titties. When I take my bra off, they just hang to my belly. I look like you ever seen like those gorillas in the zoo that have given birth?
You're kind of going overboard.
No,
now.
right now, naked, pregnant. I'm saying I take my bra off, and it looks like Coco, the gorilla.
Yeah.
I mean, she just died.
She just died.
She's been alive forever. I'm surprised she lived this long.
That's a long time.
But anyway, I have gorilla tits and then this belly. It's fucking disastrous.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coco knew sign language. How rad was that?
She like raised a bunch of kittens.
I know. I loved Coco as a little kid.
We saw a fucking hummingbird getting fed.
Yeah.
Baby hummingbirds today.
We got a nest right outside our kitchen window. It's the most exciting fucking thing in the world, dude.
Another 10 years, I would weep at that sight, I think. I'll just be like, look at the beauty. Oh.
I know. I feel like it's really special, isn't it?
It is.
It's hard to be cynical about baby hummingbirds being fed by their mommy.
I know.
It's so fucking cute. I got my little feeder out there.
They're so little, the baby hummingbirds.
I know.
Tiny little farts.
I get so excited when I have a customer at my hummingbird feeder. I just love it. I can't believe they're using it, you know?
Here you are. Here, speaking of moms, check this out. So this girl set up her mom by just having an aggressive conversation on the phone. Like the mom is sitting there and she set up a camera and then she's talking like someone's talking shit to her, you know? So that's the mom over there.
Hold on. Hello? What? Bitch, you can pull up. I gave you the address already.
Oh, I've seen that.
You seen this?
She's like, what?
So
what
this
are you
is
fucking-
Instagram. It says Fuentes Comedy. That's whose account it's from.
Pull up there. You talking all that shit. Pull up.
She got big old titties, too.
Look at the mouse
Yeah.
face.
She's like, what?
Okay. 939. You can pull up right now. I'm here. I'm coming down too.
That a girl, mom.
That's such a mom move,
I'm
right?
coming down too.
That's your
Hell yeah.
Yeah, your inner.
You gotta protect your
rage.
baby bird.
I know. Check this out.
Yes, bitch. Yeah, come on. Come over here. If you bad, come on. Yeah, I still want the pizza. Large. Pepperoni. With a 2-liter Pepsi. Who is that?
That is so great.
She got her good.
I mean, that mom went from 0 to 60 fast.
That's how exactly I am.
Somebody calls our boy and says they want to talk some shit.
Want to talk some shit?
Yeah.
Call me.
Call me right now, motherfucker.
We went to the Hungarian consulate yesterday.
Holy shit.
I have some affairs in Hungary still because my mother's death, blah, blah, blah. And you have to call to make an appointment, right? They don't just take fucking walk-ups, of course. I called a week ago, and the Hungarian person answers and goes, "We are eating lunch. Call back later." Click, and doesn't even say goodbye.
It's so crazy that that's how they handle basic.
Not really, because that's how shitty my tribe is. And I hung up the phone, and to Tommy, I go, "This fucking bitch. I mean, why'd you answer the phone then? If you're not going to take my call, let it go to voicemail, bro. You're eating your lunch. I respect that. But then to just be like, we are eating lunch. Call back later. Hang up.
Not even hear what you have to say about it.
Hell no. Nothing,
It's also 100% exactly how I imagine the Hungarian consulate to behave.
Can I tell you something?
You have the unfriendliest people.
It's my culture, and I listen. We have many wonderful things about Hungary. We were once a great empire.
Yeah.
Culturally, a lot of cool shit. But, you know, my shrink is trying to convince me. She's like, you know, not everybody and not every Hungarian is like this. I go, yeah, but overall, as a culture, we're pretty rough.
It's a rough. I would say that's accurate. And there are nice people. That's true.
Of course, I mean, I have wonderful people that.
By the way, you thought that tracksuit girl was one of your natives.
Hell yeah, because like we were in. So we finally. So anyway, the point is, 2 months they're booked out. She has one appointment I can have in 2 months, which was yesterday.
Yeah.
So Tommy and I roll down there, and I'm sitting there, and this blonde chick rolls in wearing track pants and the track zip up.
Yep.
And I was like, "That's what's up.
Like,
That's my
those
girl right there,
those
dude."
are our fashions.
I go, "She's totally one of my tribe." And of course, you know, rude as shit, like not very helpful. Sit down. What do you want? Kind of.
The consulate was like that. Yeah.
They
How about
just
the?
kinda
This is the best.
Not normal.
They have a video that plays.
The passport photos. and all
Yeah,
this
that
shit.
shows you how to go about entering to get your passport information
Yeah,
done.
so fucking weird.
So it shows a family enter, and in the video, the family sits. They show you the family entering, sitting across from the Hungarian consulate.
I wish we
employee,
had this fucking video, man.
And then getting their photos taken, and then fingerprints.
Yeah.
Well, they show a guy in a cast, like his arm is in a sling in a cast.
Why?
And he walks in. He never even semi-smiles. He walks with a miserable
They
face.
all are cunt faces.
His children look like they fear him, like they stand back from him. And then when they're like, take a photo, like it shows him going, just a grimace on his face. And they're like, that's what it will be like when you come to Hungarian country. It's an off-putting video.
Yeah, just misery. It's
Most people
it is
spin
cultural.
that thing optimistic.
How's that?
No, most people would
Like-
would just show a family walk in. Hey, we want
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so weird that they would cast a guy with an arm cast and then two of his fingers,
And a miserable look on his face.
and they're all
the whole
miserable
time.
cunts. Yeah, it's so funny.
It's very weird.
But it makes me dread even like I was fucking dreading having to go there and deal with this shit because the Hungarian government is like not. They're not. It's not. Actually, what government is easy?
Yeah, that's true. They're never
Even
easy.
having to do U.S. stuff sucks. But man, you can't even smile. Like they can't even feign being human. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm glad that shit's over with. This is like the last thing I have to deal with from my mother's death. Nobody tells you when somebody dies, it's just paperwork for fucking 2 or 3 years, man.
True.
It's just a legal nightmare. So if you can get your affairs in order and get a will in place, a
Yeah.
living trust before you die to make it easier on your kids and your family, dude, do it. Because
Do it now.
it is such a bummer if you don't have any of that.
So
Anyways, you got a new show.
Well, here's the thing. I talked about it last week, and I've gotten a lot of messages. People were into it. So this is a spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Uh-oh.
The Staircase. Spoiler alert. It's 13 episodes, so you might be behind. And if you don't want to hear this, I'm giving you fair warning. Scroll ahead a few minutes. So that being said, here we go. I have been obsessed with this thing. They recently added 3 new episodes. So I guess this thing came out. I missed it when it came out originally.
This is an old ass show.
Well, it's a
Like-
documentary series.
How long ago did they originally?
They probably originally aired it, I don't know, at least a few years ago. And
Okay.
then they updated it with 3 new episodes. But the whole thing was new to me. So I've been tracking through 13 hours.
You
of the
love
show.
this show, and I even enjoy it when I wake up and
I was
listen a
waiting
little
for the
bit.
twist, the turn.
Yeah.
You know? And again, if you haven't seen it yet, or you want to see it, or you're halfway through it, I'm going to give it to you right now. But if you're not, I'll tell you, the fucking show gives you, I would say, 8 episodes or more where you're like, dude, this is how is this gonna turn in any way? And then it's the biggest fucking turn that you don't expect because there was corrupt officials within the system who withheld and perjured themselves on the stand.
Bananas.
People in the SBI, which is like the State Bureau Investigation.
I didn't even know there was an SBI. I've never.
I don't know if every state has it, but they have it in North Carolina, and it was a big murder case there. So they send in their officials and their experts to, test everything, and they didn't do like a DNA analysis. They had a guy go on the stand and make claims that that other experts said you could never make, and this dude just blatantly lied. He just lied on the stand to convict the guy who, the whole time you're watching this thing and you're like, there's no way this guy has not done this crime.
He did it.
But they end up placing, if he's getting a fair trial, you could argue that there would be reasonable doubt in some way, and therefore that's what that's what you're going for as a defense. You want to, is there a reasonable doubt? Well, they didn't give him a fair shot at it, and what ends up happening is, because of the corrupt government people, this guy actually gets a new trial and then has to decide whether to go for a plea or take it to trial.
It's a terrible decision.
It's a horrible decision.
It's a terrible choice to have to make.
And actually, things became more favorable to him for the new trial.
Yeah.
And looked like even more evidence would be withheld because of some of these circumstances, and
the time had gone by.
Yeah, and maybe the search warrant wasn't valid. Maybe they shouldn't have allowed it. So all these things would have actually led to a more favorable case for him.
Yeah.
But then he's like, at this point he's like 71, and he's like, I've already been to prison for 8 years.
Yeah, it's been great.
The toll
I love
that it takes on you. And he has one kid who's like, go to trial, fucking vindicate yourself. The other kid's like, are you out of your fucking mind? Like, this is too crazy. Take the plea. You don't go back to prison. Yeah, it's on your record, but you only have this much time left, and it's been horrible. Let's just end it.
Yeah.
So he ends up taking a plea, and it's.
He does. Yeah. He does take the plea. I woke up. I wake up to eat snacks occasionally and watch a minute of your show, and he was at home with his family, drinking champagne and celebrating and this and that, and they're all just like, "Yeah, Daddy, we know you're not guilty, Daddy." It's like, how do you believe?
Yeah.
Your parent who's clearly guilty.
I don't want to believe it. I mean, look, you can believe that he didn't. I know there's people, obviously, that believe that he didn't.
There's people who think OJ is innocent.
I know. It's so crazy. He has so many similar behaviors to him, especially in the early days. See, what's incredible is the actual just accomplishment of filming this documentary. They filmed it for 16 years.
That's amazing.
So it's an amazing thing to, a product to even come up with, like what a project this is. But, you see him in those early days when she's, freshly dead, and he's smoking his pipe like, yep, I loved her so much, I miss her. And you're like, there's just little things that are quirks. What I learned also, or what I came to think over time, is that it is a bit unfair in a way to...
There you go, sympathizing with the murderers.
Well, no, it's like you try to be objective. You try to watch these things and go like, it's a little unfair in a way to judge people's behavior under stress and be like, that's the only indicator. I mean, I feel that way, but I'm saying if you're somebody, you go, well, he's acting like this, you shouldn't act like that. That's not 100% accurate. People process stress differently.
I mean, look, yeah, no, it's true. People have odd reactions to death.
They do.
You're in shock for a long time when somebody dies, and who knows? But I will say that the words I've many times I've watched your show when he's talking, and it's a lot of horse shit. It's a lot of spinning yarns.
He does spin yarns. He is full of shit.
It's a lot of and you know what he never fucking says?
What?
I never did it. I would never kill my wife. I loved her. Does he say that shit?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, every time I'm eating a sandwich and watching.
You've watched like 8 minutes
it's
of a 13-hour documentary.
That's all. But if someone had accused me of killing you, there's only one fucking thing to say. I love my husband. He's my pride and joy. I would never fucking kill my husband.
I know. It's I
it's
still
insane
think
that you guys are even saying that I would kill my. I love my husband. Not you. What would you say? You'd be like, I'm glad she's gone. Time to time to date. Can we look at your Netflix queue?
And I want to mingle. I just think that to me, that 911 call reads so false. I think this is my interpretation. That is a totally. It's like bad acting. You can tell when you try to act with someone and you're not good at pretending to do this. And it reads like pretend.
I didn't hear it when I was laying trying to sleep the other night, and you played that 911. I had panic in my heart for him.
You did.
I can't tell, but I don't listen to enough 911 calls like you do.
I thought it was horrifically bad acting.
I'm not an expert.
The other thing are the crime scene photos. You're like, I'm really supposed to think that this is a fall, like from stairs. I don't know. Is it possible? They have experts testify that it's possible. That they see it as
but there's
fall.
so much blood. That's the point.
There's an incredible amount
just
of blood.
from a fall.
Fall down the stairs.
Yeah, that's silly. I've fallen down the stairs.
I mean, it's like lacerations to the head, blood everywhere, and like she fell.
Can we please just pull up your Netflix queue so the audience can see what I see when I open Netflix?
Yeah.
And I have to click into my profile, and thank God we have separate profiles. That used to annoy me about Netflix. But I'm like, look at this fucking sociopathic. Here it is. It's all psycho. Okay, Staircase, Vietnam War, Inside the Mind of a Serial Killer, Irish Mob, American Vandal, very funny. Seven. Okay, you're just rewatching that for fun. Yeah. I'm assuming you haven't seen that enough. Another fun rewatch.
These are continuing. These are things I've
Well, that's
because
Burr, of course. Hitler, Circle of Evil.
Yeah,
another
Allie.
fun. Allie, of course. Our
Here's
buddy. Dexter. Making a Murder. Okay. They're American Crime. The Traffickers. El Chapo. Outlaw Bikers. Queen of the South. So it's either drugs.
Drug lords.
War. Or murder. These are
this is your next suggestion. Survivor's Guide to Prison,
Jesus,
Righteous
I
Kill,
mean, okay.
JFK, The Conspiracy.
Yeah.
The 7-5, that's also drug crime
Psycho
thing.
Killer.
Heat, that's a good movie. A lot of murder there.
Okay, now let's pull up Christina's profile.
Oh, yours is so gay.
It's not gay. It's just called what normal people like. This is a healthier spread of interests, I would say.
Yours is so...
Because you're strictly in one like 3 categories. Murder, war, and drug lord shit. And mafia. That's all you fucking... And that's all psycho shit.
Yeah. It's different.
Yeah.
It's different. Okay, here we go. Here's yours.
Okay. Cooking shows? Let's see.
Yeah, here we go. The
Go
Good
ahead, Tom.
Place. Interior design.
Yeah, like that.
Set it up. Queer Eye.
Cooking.
Here's the Staircase telling you to watch
but is that telling me?
Here's your continue watching.
Yeah, but I'm not watching Popular.
I know.
Rita, I love that
the
show.
The Beginning of Life.
Love it.
Walk Hard. Great British Baking Show. 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Hey.
Friends.
Yeah.
So
Light.
Trending now. See, this is trending though within your algorithm.
Yeah.
That's how trending works.
Oh, is that right? It's based on the shit you like?
It's not just trending. It's trending within your preferences.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
I did not know.
So you have Parts Unknown, The Ranch, Lust Stories. Okay.
No, I don't know what that
Slut. New Girl, Ibiza, Parks and Rec.
Okay. So
let's see what else.
No Dark.
And then it's suggesting British TV shows for you.
TV shows, yeah.
Critically acclaimed, irreverent TV shows. The Office.
Yeah.
Weeds.
Healthy stuff. Normal people.
Emotional
watch.
TV. See, mine says crime TV shows. Yours says emotional TV shows. Sense8, Riverdale, Grey's Anatomy, Mad Men.
Yeah, I like international. I'm into the Korean soap operas.
You do. Yours has a bunch of Korean stuff, and I watched a few Spanish things, and it gives me all Spanish suggestions all the time.
You make the mistake of clicking on one foreign thing, and then it's like, do you like all foreign shit?
Yeah, it's like,
no.
you want to see a bunch of Mexican stand-up? And I'm like, no.
No. That's the thing. If you make the mistake of clicking on like one dumb show, then Netflix forever is like, do you like this other dumb shit? I saw that you liked.
Look at it gives you this category: quirky TV shows featuring a strong female
I like
lead.
That.
Look at that.
But I don't like any of. I wouldn't watch any of these. I'm not interested.
I know. It's just interesting that they have it broken down to that degree.
Oh, they do.
Quirky with a strong female lead.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
And I watched The 40-Year-Old Virgin again. I like that.
It's a great movie.
We're into this Billy Bob Thornton show, Goliath.
It's
on
great.
Amazon. Was it Amazon Prime?
Who's this here, Jerry?
Oh, yeah. This is David Letterman's new show. Howard Stern was on there, so I watched that. Jerry Seinfeld did it. Obama, Tina Fey, docuseries. I'm just trying to let you know that, like, I have kind of a wider array of interests.
No, your shit's gay. I get it. I know what you're saying. That's what you're saying, right?
Shit's all gay and fucked up and shit. I'm not saying my shit's gay. I'm saying that I have other than 3 primary interests.
Here's more my
dark-sided.
speed, okay? This is more my speed.
Yeah, we know what your speed is. Psycho
hold on.
speed.
No, it's not psycho speed. God, I wish you would have a little more respect for me.
I like it. I love it.
This is the Try It Out Metal.
I love it.
Try It Out Metal by Julian.
Julian.
Yep.
Good name.
There you go.
Not a lot of D-bags named Julian in the world.
To celebrate
Try it out.
the never-ending battle of what our dear friend, the Try It Out guy, is saying. Okay? We never know what he's going to say.
Home me out. Home me on out. Oh.
I bring to you the home here now, hold me out,
so
hold me
good.
down, hold me on out, hollow me out, hold me out version of shirt where this is real inside. It's amazingly sketched by Chris.
Gosh.
And he sent me this version, which I absolutely love.
Home me on out.
Give you his
This is such I love this shirt so much. It's disturbing. It's definitely, you know,
Christopher
inside.
Cagle. His Instagram, CMCA GLEEE. CMCA Glee. Thank you, Christopher. Love the sketch. Love the shirt. It's on pre-sale now. We flipped it to black because people just like black more.
I like black shirts.
Yeah,
as
black
you can
shirts.
see.
But it's an absolutely hilarious concept.
I can't even wear a white shirt. I feel like, excuse me, I get the armpits yellowed, but within like a week.
Yeah, I know. I don't.
And then like the kids spill some shit on me.
Some things look better on white too, but people just don't like white shirts as much. It's
for
weird.
fucking nerds, babe.
Okay.
White shirts are for fucking nerds and Europeans.
Okay.
Eastern Europeans. What?
Yep. And tomorrow, don't forget it's on Hot Ones. That should be fun. Sean Evans, fantastic. Thank you, sir.
How hot was it? Be honest. I know everyone wants to ask you that.
How hot were the wings?
Yeah,
they
be
got
honest.
hot. They got hot.
So how does it start? It starts like
super like
at a 2.
Oh yeah, like where you're like that's not spice, that's just flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go that's nothing. And then it goes a little bit more and you're like, "Oh, maybe it's your fear of it that's going to be." And then I think actually the hottest one is like number 8. They say it's 10, but it's really like 8.
Did you get to 10?
I did all of them. Yeah, I cried at one point.
Did you drink milk?
Yeah. We got chocolate soy milk or chocolate almond milk.
Yeah.
I don't like regular milk. It's disgusting.
It
and
does-
people that drink milk are disgusting people.
Disgusting. If you're not a baby, there's no point in
No.
drinking regular. If you're an adult and drinking whole milk,
Yes, you're a total fucking pedophile without question.
or just you're disgusting, you're a bad person.
Absolutely.
Don't you have a friend that's drinking cups of whole milk?
Oh my God, he's ordering it in restaurants. I'm like,
Oh, does it
we're-
come warm too?
We're having breakfast, and he's like, do me a solid, darling. Go ahead and bring me a glass of milk. And she's like, I'm sorry, what?
Gross.
Does your parole officer know you're here? He's like, yeah, I gave him a heads up. And she's like, okay.
And so she brings it nice and warm temp too, room temperature, right? So it's all
No.
fucking warm, like it just came out of the cow's tits.
I don't know. Just
So
seeing someone
gross.
drink a glass of milk, it's like,
Ugh,
ugh.
it's just phlegm.
Can't you do that in private?
Do it in private or don't do it at all. It just looks like it's a glass of mucus. It just fucking disgusting.
It's gross.
I mean, there's no reason for you to be drinking that as an adult. You're a grown adult. You're not a baby. You don't need milk anymore.
I agree.
Dude, I used to hate it as a kid even. Ugh, they give it to you with your lunch. It was like part of the lunch program or whatever. And you'd be like, it smells because it would come in like, a plastic container with all the little milk cartons. And it would just smell because it had been sitting around in the spare milky dew.
It's so gross.
Fucking nasty.
Let's put on something nice.
Okay.
You said the building of the night.
Yeah.
Oh, night. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The building of the night. Who said the building, says the builders,
Whoa, she blew her voice. She went,
Yeah.
I do that all
So
the
it
time.
reminds me of someone.
Baby lie. You said the building of the night. Oh, night. Baby lie. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. The building of the night.
I think they have the same dentist. They really have the same kind of.
Well, she's got equipment. You see, she's got the Janet Jackson headphones. Do you see that shit?
Well, I mean, she's obviously a little more advanced.
How did she get that? Our guy
she's
got a rock. She's like, I haven't lubricated my instrument.
I know. I wish the guy would have had a huge cough at the end. You see, like, black tar come up.
No way, he's a profesh, dude.
Yeah.
He don't have no cough.
He knows what he's
Been
doing.
practicing that lung shit for days.
Oh, man.
It's the rhythm of the night. How do you get that crazy? Like, what happens where you just don't give a fuck anymore, Tom? How do I get there? That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Alcohol? You think it's just booze?
Yeah. You really got to go hard daily. You never fuck around. You never skip days.
Always drinking. Never not drinking.
We got this message. I haven't even read it yet, but it says, Dear Mommies, an epidemic has been brought to my attention. Started a few months ago when I was showing a buddy Tom's special, Disgraceful. This buddy of mine had the subtitles on. Early into the special, I suggested to turn them off. He said no. He watches everything with subtitles on, which is true, and that was that. 10 minutes or so go by, I began to notice that he was laughing at punchlines before they were being said.
Oh.
I paused the special and laid down the law. He didn't and still doesn't agree with me that subtitles spoil jokes, ruin the elements of surprise and timing, and overall just distract from the actor performance. We don't watch specials together anymore, and it's my mission to find out what kind of person people are and quiz them on this. Get this, a lot of people watch specials with subtitles on. It drives me nuts. I believe these clowns are just being pretentious. They are ruining the experience for themselves and also watering down your guys' comedy. My best analogy is it would be like reading the last sentence of a chapter before the last page of the chapter. As comedians, I would like your input on this matter. Am I overreacting, or are these people monsters? Congrats, Christina, on your Machines Within. Thanks for booking Boise, Tom. Look forward to seeing you perform. Notice you two haven't had any play on words for Boise yet. Thanks for all the laughs, Trevor.
Good point, Trevor. Hoisey? Hoisey?
Boise, noisy.
Noisy.
I don't know.
Boys.
Boys.
Something about boys, maybe?
Yeah.
Boys and holesies?
Boys inside me?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I got to work on this.
Right.
Well, sir, I think here's the problem.
Subtitles if you don't have a hearing problem?
Well, here's the problem with the subtitles is that they're not always accurate.
They're not always accurate, but he's also right that with regard to especially jokes,
right,
the words will appear before they're said.
Of course, and also you're missing out on comedic timing, facial expressions, maybe because we work on these punchlines, right? For instance, you just do a gesture to go with a word, and now the laugh is even bigger. So you are fucking with what we do.
Maybe the people that are doing this that don't need to have the subtitles, maybe it's a little bit of anxiety.
Interesting. They don't like the element of surprise.
They want, like he said, want to read the end of the thing first because there's some type of anxiety about it.
Well, because
a lot of people have tons of anxiety.
Well, yeah, the key to good comedy is the element of surprise.
Yeah.
So you're right. Maybe it's a control freak thing, and this guy doesn't want to have a good time. In which case, I would say give your friend a drink, have a fucking beer.
Yeah, chill the fuck out. I don't know why. I want to know why he wants them on. If he's not having trouble hearing,
That's true. I don't understand it personally.
he wants that.
But it takes the fun out of the stand-up.
Maybe he feels like it's a little more insight or something. He's like a little more ahead. He's a little ahead of it.
But I'm telling you, because I've seen how they subtitle things, it's not always accurate, the words. And the wording is so crucial to a joke, wouldn't you say, Tom?
Yeah.
We think about words and how many words and word placement. It's very crucial. So I don't see why anybody would want to spoil the fun.
I agree.
I'm watching that show Rita, and it's in Denmark. What language do they speak? Is it Danish?
I think so.
It's not American. So anyway, and I know they're fucking subtitling it incorrectly. It bothers me, and I wish I knew.
Oh,
exactly.
if you're talking about subtitling from another language, they fuck it up.
They
all
fuck
the
it up,
time.
yeah. But even in our own language, they fuck it up. I'm sure.
One thing that's so true, it's like so inappropriate now, but in Narcos, which is filmed or takes place, that the previous seasons were Colombia. I think they're going to Mexico for the new season. Those guys are constantly saying marica. Always.
Maricon.
Yeah, marica is like a
in Mexican Spanish.
shortened version of it.
Oh.
So maricon is the full word. Marica is like fag.
Yeah.
And they say it all the time, and it's in the subtitles all the time. And I'm like, this show feels like if it was in English, that's just not acceptable to say now.
Tom, how
but
dare you?
100%. It's
How dare you?
100% how everybody that I've ever grown up with in South America speaks.
Of
They're
course.
constantly calling. I mean, more
Of
so than I
course.
ever experienced growing up in English. They're much, much, much worse at that.
Well, this whole social justice warrior horse shit, it's a very wonderful American thing that we're doing culturally now, policing everybody for every little fucking thing they say that's remotely offensive to them.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, same in Hungarian. Do you think they've stopped saying faggot or whatever because 5 people are upset by it or whatever? I mean, come on. You're going to stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's silly. You're not going to police the world.
People are making the perfect world exist.
Everyone gets their needs and their feelings.
Everyone's going to be nice
Acknowledged.
now. Yeah.
Guys, this is a safe space. That's my favorite. It's a safe space. There's no fucking such thing as a safe space. Okay?
No.
You're always under a threat of being your feelings misunderstood or you not communicating clearly. This fucking generation is fucked. You guys are all fucked.
Yeah.
And you're creating this puritanical dog shit place. You're never going to sterilize the world, guys. It's never going to fucking work out for you. Sorry.
Preach, sister.
Well, the world is a fucked up place.
I know. Not everyone's nice. Not
No.
everyone,
Don't you want to prepare your kids for that? Inevitability that there are fucking dickheads out there, evil
course.
fucks,
yeah, and you
racist people.
avoid that guy.
Yeah, don't talk to
Meet
him.
someone like that, you walk away from him.
The best thing the preschool teacher ever said to us was that she said, your son is a great kid, nice kid, doesn't play with everybody. And I
Yeah.
said, that's right. That's how I fucking raised him. He's an elitist.
No, you did not say that.
But
No.
I did
She
say
said
good.
he likes to play, but he plays with some people. He doesn't play with other
Good.
people.
Why
Yeah.
should he play with everybody?
And they're like, the kids he doesn't play with are just tan. They're not what you think.
No.
They just have a little bit of sun.
She did not more melanin in their skin tone. No, she did not say that.
Yeah, he's just blondes. Blondes. He looks in their eyes, makes sure they're light. I don't know. It's just, do you teach them that?
No, that's not what we do. But I am proud of him. He's discerning because
Yes. I
why
know, it's
shouldn't
great.
you be discerning with your friends?
It is great. You want to hear another prank call?
I'd love to hear another prank call.
It's another one from, I think, from Fart Simpson. So he calls a tattoo shop.
God, this guy's got talent.
With the, God, it's so funny what he does. The sissy of Fremont Street. Remember that?
How can I forget?
He's like, I'm a sissy Gemini.
How can I forget?
You know?
Sissy Gemini.
Oh, he's a sissy Gemini.
Yeah, he's such a fucking freak.
I'm a sissy Gemini. I'm a Gemini too. Did you know that?
I know.
That I'm a sissy Gemini.
It's this guy, just in case you're.
Oh, we can't forget him.
Actually,
Ugh.
here it is, ladies. And you gotta be white, because I like white.
We'll
White,
see,
white,
like our
white.
son, right?
And you could be mature like me, or, well, not too young.
Ugh.
Especially I'm looking to live in with, a white lady.
Yeah, okay. So that's that fucking guy. All right. Now, the great Tony made a prank call using him to get a tattoo. He wants to get a tattoo, okay? So So he sets it up.
Tattoo, this is speaking.
I had a quick question. My dad was looking to get a tattoo. Can't really figure out what exactly he needed. If it's all right, if you have a sec, do you mind if I put him on real quick?
I like it already.
Yeah.
Great.
To you?
Okay.
Hi. I'm looking for a tattoo.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking for, is a tattoo.
What kind of tattoo?
Tattoo lady in a dress.
You want a lady in a dress?
Yeah.
Kind of like a Sailor Jerry style, traditional?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I mean, this is the place to come to. We love so you want like a Sailor Jerry's kind of style, traditional?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Make a fool out of me.
Yeah, if you want to, you can come on down here and check it out and stuff like that. Make an appointment.
Bitch.
All right, Dad, relax. Come on.
Again, you stupid white bitch.
Come on, Dad.
I'm waiting, you white slut. Put me in her clothes and beat the shit out of me. For a white tattoo.
A white tattoo?
Yeah.
So you're wanting a lady in a dress, traditional style?
Yeah, lady in a dress.
Okay.
I'm the sissy of Fremont Street.
On what?
Fremont Street. Sissy Gemini.
A Gemini?
Yeah, white bitches.
Okay.
Especially you white slut dominant bitches tattoo.
All right, Dad, relax. Come on.
And beat the shit out of me. Call me.
I love that the tattoo guy laughs though.
He laughs.
Too.
I also think it was great that
That's so funny.
Tony did. He goes. He's like, "Come on, Dad!"
Yeah.
Like, plays again. So like the tattoo guy goes, "I don't know what's going
brilliant.
on here."
It's brilliant. It's this guy's got a real talent.
Yeah.
This guy is a real talent.
right.
The fact that he's trying to temper Dad is just fantastic.
It's another great call.
my
Thank you so
God.
much. Let's stop here for a moment.
Sure.
And we'll regroup. We'll be back with guests very soon. Okay, we're back here with comedians, writers, actors, producers, Jews,
rappers,
Jews.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you guys both Jews?
No.
Oh,
come on.
Ew, are you kidding? Look at him.
Look at me.
Here's the thing. You fucking converted?
Wait, whoa! I don't love the vibe of that.
I was saying like
you fucking converted. That would be nice.
Oh
you
yeah.
know.
How did I say it?
It was more like a. Ugh.
Oh, I didn't mean that like that.
Yeah,
Let me
you did.
rephrase
Yeah,
it.
you did.
You converted?
People needed those facial expressions.
I think so. I think they do a lot.
Yeah, why not? I was Catholic. That was humiliating. What are you?
We're Catholics.
Oh yeah.
How's that going? Do you guys
Come on.
Oh, we're
go to
hardcore.
mass on Sunday?
Every Sunday.
We go during the
Love
week.
it.
We
No,
do
but
weekly
see, in
mass.
Judaism, you can still have a Shabbat, which is today.
Yes.
I like
And
Shabbat.
we'll light some candles and sing a song, and you're still part of,
What's it like
a deep
converting,
tradition.
though? What's it? Oh, first of all, was it a demand?
It wasn't a demand. It was an
It was in our
ultimatum.
prenup.
It was an ultimatum.
Was it really?
It was a.
How do you bring? Was it like an expected ultimatum, or was it?
It wasn't an ultimatum. I would never.
But you were like, I would prefer this.
Well, the problem with being no, I mean, obviously there's a subtext of every Jew that's like, I would prefer this.
Yeah, of
but
course.
it's like the obnoxiousness and chauvinism to say like, and now you can join my culture. Is I would never have explicitly said that. Natasha volunteered.
Really?
Oh, wow.
And you knew, but
But
it would
honestly,
be meaningful to him, though. I mean, is that?
Well, yeah, but also I went to Catholic school and I was not connected with Catholicism at all.
And she had an entertainment lawyer, so she was familiar with the culture. You know what I mean?
You've been in showbiz for a million years.
And I really did like fall in love with the traditions.
I could see how that could.
Yeah, like it's all about like there's a holiday where you just eat outside for a week under a tent that you build.
Under palm fronds.
Blue Band told me about this.
It's a very
Wait,
like,
there's a blue band?
Yeah, he's our producer. He told me
instead
about
of
this
Red Band?
holiday. Yeah, Red Band was
Wait,
the
there's
first.
a Red Band expanded universe? I didn't know about this.
When we left Red Band, we hired Blue Band.
Well, we also have a producer for our podcast, but it's a Jewish podcast, so it's Gold Band.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
that would actually be a great
Nice.
name for someone.
Now,
out
our
there.
producer's real name is Nadav.
Oh, he's okay.
Yeah.
He's Gold Band himself.
He's from the old country.
Yeah, right.
So, we're big fans.
I just think the Jews are great.
So,
Oh, great. Now I feel very welcome now.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
so
yeah.
cool.
Wait,
That
you
kinda-
just did that yourself? You don't even have a producer here?
yeah, that's right. I just pushed the button all by myself.
But is that one of your saved? That would be bad if that was one of your saved like drops.
Oh,
It is
no,
a saved
it is
drop.
a saved drop. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so
You
cool.
talk about Jews a lot?
I approve Jews.
This is so cool. The sound effects are actually totally negating the double lightning bolt flag that you have in front of your house, which made me a little uncomfortable. But now I'm kind of going, okay,
Yeah,
I'm more comfortable.
There's a bunch of save stuff for every.
Did you just put Jew into the search?
Yeah, what does it say when what's the sound drop?
Well, that one says I approve Jews.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Jews are great.
Who's the last person?
Jews are funny.
Whose voice?
That's from an interview that Yoshi, Yoshi.
Yeah.
Yoshi did an interview once where he talked about a lot of crazy things, and those were some of the things.
Wait, that's Yoshi?
That's Yoshi.
Yeah.
It sounded like Mel Brooks.
I mean, he also says this in the same interview.
I fucked a girl with no arms and one leg.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Are you gonna turn things we say in this interview into a clip?
I mean, if
Not
it's good.
necessarily.
Yeah. If you say something good like I fucked a woman
Yeah.
with no arms and one leg.
then it's a clip.
Yeah, that's.
But yeah. So I mean, if I have somebody come in the show and I go like, this might be funny to drop with them, I'll prep it. I'll get it ready.
I like
so
it.
Natasha converted.
Yeah.
And it's so.
I find it fascinating. I really do.
It's an intense process.
I was raised pretty. I wouldn't say like intensely, but like pretty.
Did you go to a Catholic grade school?
Yes.
Do you smash?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they hate
Smash.
it.
And,
what is that? You
Did
mean
he
banging?
did he
Oh,
get?
Catholic chicks? Yeah.
Oh, that's
No,
not what I
priest.
meant.
He meant priest.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Did you go to Catholic school?
All girls Catholic school for high school.
I was a
Oh, wow.
fucking.
But I
first-
agree with
I was a first
Natasha
ballot
that
altar boy.
Oh my god.
You were good at it.
But I always felt that the Jews were more rational because I grew up in the San Fernando Valley, and it just made a little more sense, a little more intuitive.
Yeah.
Not a lot of get like the
It's all
hysteria.
about family, and
yeah.
it's about. I mean, the two main tenets are procreate and keep Shabbat. And
Hey,
Shabbat
I
is
love
like
Shabbat.
a 24-hour period, ideally, where you turn off your phone from
Love
Friday
it.
sundown to Saturday sundown, and you light candles and have a dinner party, and then the next day, Saturday, you just try to engage with your family and read and
I mean,
drink wine and
that's
have
fantastic.
There's three main
I think
tenets.
Natasha's converting you right now.
I
I don't know
love.
if
Well,
you
we do it on
realize
Sunday. What do I say on Sunday? It's
No.
fucking family day.
Yeah.
Don't fucking call me. No
Yeah.
cell phones.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're
family
already having
dinner.
a Shabbat.
Oh, I do, but
No, you could,
Well, that is why it's
But what I
Sunday,
like
you know?
about
Yeah.
just
But
let
do you
me
know
just-
about that?
What?
It used to be Saturday, and then the early Christians, they were like, we don't want to be too Jewy, and they literally, I'm not kidding, they literally,
Really?
they shifted the day by one day so
To
that
we're
not
not
be the same.
affiliated
not be
with you.
Jewy. I mean, the whole thing about Christianity was that it was self-conscious about its connection to Judaism for a long time.
Yes.
So they did a lot of weird adjustments to say we still have a Sabbath, but it's no longer on Saturday, even though
Ugh.
it's pretty obvious that it's
You
supposed
Old
to be.
Testamenters.
I mean, I'm not even a. Well, there are three. Natasha didn't say it right though. There are three main tenets of
Wow.
Judaism: procreate, keep Shabbat, and then you remember the beginning of DuckTales where Scrooge McDuck is swimming in the
We're
gold coin.
just watching
Yeah,
DuckTales.
that's the third major.
Yeah.
That's the
Make
third
money.
major tenet.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, I
swim in
love
coins.
it. I love it.
Swim in. Then,
I like money, too.
Yeah,
I
no,
love
right.
money. Yeah.
But we invented that.
You invented
That was a gift we gave to you.
And the reason why I know the tenets is because I had to take 19 4-hour classes in order to convert.
You're good at
Holy
the other
shit.
thing
and
I
then
love.
sit before a trio of rabbis
Now-
who told me that if I went to Paris with my baby, they, if it was Jewish, it might get hurt. And was I okay with that?
Oh wow! And did you, when you menstruate, do you have to go sit in the
Every time,
the water?
yeah.
I don't touch her for the full week. Do you know about that though? That's not a joke.
That's Orthodox Jews.
Orthodox Jews don't
Yeah.
touch you not only for the week that you're menstruating, which
Yeah.
obviously every normal person doesn't touch their wife while they're menstruating,
Obviously.
but the week after also. It's 2 full weeks.
until ovulation, and then we fuck when you're fertile, right?
I mean, the argument, it's pretty barbaric and cavemanish, but the argument is kind of like, well, if you don't touch your wife for 2 weeks, then you're so horny for your wife all the time.
Right.
There's something about
She
that.
loves it.
Which I haven't felt horny for my wife in, I would say 7 years, and we've been together for 6.
Don't lie.
No, you're right. I love to hit that.
Don't you also totally
Come on.
love the fact that I mean, other cultures do this, but like in Jewish culture, it really Jewish people will support each other.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
No, and in businesses, I'm serious.
Okay, I don't like where you're going with this.
I'm serious, but people will support each other. It lifts up a community. You don't see that in every culture.
Well, I think that any culture that has been subjugated to weird forms of oppression become tighter and
yeah.
more connected and more supportive. I was thinking about this about gay people recently, how it's homophobia is so awful, but it also creates this interesting culture of this vibrant community. And if homophobia literally went away, then imagine what the gay community wouldn't exist. There wouldn't be a gay community.
Wouldn't be damn parades or nothing.
Yeah, it would just be like people in the suburbs fucking each other, and
accepting each other.
Yeah,
Disgusting.
no, it would be good. I'm not saying it'd be bad, but there'd be something. There's something vital that's created from oppression.
I think you're right.
Which is why I'm an ardent homophobe. Not because I don't like gay people. I like to push the culture forward. Right.
You
Jew motherfucker, you.
Oh, I appreciate that. That makes me feel like a member of a community.
There you go.
Is that also what that guy said?
That's Joe Pesci.
Natasha, did you get any kind of emblem or necklace, or what do you get?
Well, she got her clitoris when they removed it, put on a medallion.
You get a name.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah,
you're allowed to say it?
Oh, you got
or
a
is it-
special
No, it's not like a transcendental mantra where you're not allowed to tell anyone.
Can you share your TM mantra?
It's Natasha Coco Diaz. Yeah, tell him your name.
What's your Jewish name?
Netta.
Oh, that's
Netta
nice.
Ora.
Netta Ora.
She's not that guttural R isn't really flowing off the back of your throat, but
But which means tree, and I don't remember
tree
what
of light.
Of light?
Yeah, tree
Oh,
of light.
because of Ligero.
No, but yeah, that's why you went with Ora.
Yeah, okay.
I gotta tell you,
Very nice.
I'm really into the fact that you're not like, yeah, I did this thing to fucking, I don't know, pray with him and sacrifice kids, whatever Jews do. You're like fully, like really on board with it.
Well, I mean, I can't say that I'm fully.
Well, you know what I mean.
Oh, actually, we got to run. Okay, thanks.
But Moshe's brother's a rabbi, so
Yeah.
and he's moving here, so he'll also help us, continue to celebrate the big holidays. It's nice. They're all at night, the holidays, and you're
great.
drinking and eating.
You're on a good team.
You know the old. There's an old like Jewish joke, which is that every holiday has the same theme: is they tried to kill us, we won, let's eat.
Well, because
Yeah, that's like
nighttime
that's a classic Jew joke, right? there.
Nighttime's more of a celebration than like Easter Sunday. It's
a bummer. I fucking
it's
hate
always
Easter.
a bummer.
But Easter's also based on a Jewish holiday.
What is it? The crucifixion of JC, and then he rises from the dead, and
Right,
then you have to do the
that's-
Stations of the fucking Cross.
Oh,
It's such a bummer.
But Easter is Passover, right? So the last,
Yeah, it's the same.
last,
That's right.
The Last Supper was
Passover.
was a Passover Seder, straight up.
Where you like have to get blasted drunk.
Yeah. Well, no, that's 4 cups of wine. That's true. But there is actually one holiday in Judaism where you're literally supposed to get drunk.
Oh, right. That's a different one.
That's called Purim.
Oh,
And
Purim.
you
Yeah,
know about that?
heard
It's
of
like
this
it's
one
Jew
too.
Jew Halloween, and you are literally commanded to get so drunk. There's a character in the story called Haman who's like the bad guy. He tried to kill us. We won. Let's eat.
Mhm.
And but this is they tried to kill us. We won. Let's get fucked
Let's
up.
get fucked
Yeah,
up.
let's
I like
party.
that.
Yeah.
You guys are really putting on an appealing presentation.
Do you tell
to
your kids
join.
they're Catholic?
Not yet. I mean, he's only 2.5.
But we're also not.
We're not really.
I mean, maybe you could argue we're culturally Catholic, but it's also at a minimum. I mean, it's like there's lights.
Did
on
you
the house
you baptize him?
in December? Huh?
You baptized him?
We did
Yeah,
at
just in
the
case.
at the
That's something.
urging though, at the almost ultimatum of my parents.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't want our child to go to hell either.
Oh, but I wasn't
mean,
gonna. I mean, like they.
Wait,
I mean, I don't remember you like saying it. I remember getting multiple calls.
Okay, do you
like,
wanna hear
so
one more
is it
thing?
in July? And I
Yes.
was like, oh yeah, setting it up right now.
Are you having a girl?
No, it's a boy.
Oh, never mind then.
Wait, what was it?
Well, it was just one of the other great things is instead of a baptism, the girls
comes
get
out of your cooch.
a naming ceremony,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah,
celebrate
Jews
their
actually
name.
give birth out of their vaginas.
But no, isn't it? If your
The
mother's
boys though
Jewish,
have to get their dick cut.
Oh
Yeah, that too.
You're automatically.
We got
in
ours.
the house. You're in the
That's right.
club.
You're in the club, and or you can get jumped in or fucked in. That's the other. It's
Right.
like MS-13, basically. You have to do 19 4-hour classes. Welcome everybody to the orientation for
Yeah.
MS-13.
Yeah.
But
That would be a good clip.
That would be a
That's a
great.
good one.
yeah, I would love for you to use it.
Yeah.
And unless people think it's racist and it goes viral on that level, then I would like you to not use it. So it's really
There you go.
What's
That's kinda Mexican.
calculus, homie?
What's calculus?
That's my favorite line in that movie.
Okay, Judaism, where we got it? Yeah, we got it.
I think we get it.
19 4-hour class. I'll tell you what's funny about the conversion classes. It was like, it was a couple of couples like Natasha and me. First of all, it's all.
You had to go to it too?
I didn't have to, but I did.
He
'cause it
did
was-
because he's a good
nice
husband.
guy.
Yeah, it's a nice husband
Tom
thing
would
to do.
not do that. You'd be
Are
like,
you
see you in 4
fucking
hours.
kidding me? Of
Yeah,
course
see
not.
that.
And there were no men, by the way. There were some like people like me, but there were no men converting because the men have to get circumcised too. like
And
the adults.
even if they are circumcised, they have to get their dick cut.
They do, for real.
What again?
Like a ritual dick cut.
Yeah, they got a little ritual dick cut.
Hell no, that's
for real.
not right.
That's why historically
Ritual dick cut, another great drop.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, welcome to MS-13 orientation. Let's all take out our dicks for the ritual dick cut.
Yeah, ritual dick cut.
Shank, shank.
Wait, where do they cut it? Right near the head?
I don't know. I think it's a
Great question.
I actually think it's definitely it would be on the head of the dick.
Like
yeah.
to further circumcise.
This is like now
No,
you're
like ritual,
No.
like
A blood-
spiritual.
Oh, okay.
Spiritual, making your
This
dick bleed.
is like gang shit, man.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
But that's why historically men have been much less likely to convert to Judaism than women, because even if you're 40, you still have to get the circumcision. You got to do it.
Were you raised Orthodox or?
Yeah, I was raised in Oakland with my mom, who's like an atheist hippie. But my dad, when my mom and dad split, became very religious. He joined up with a group of Hasidic Jews known as the Satmar, who are literally the most religious of all the Hasidic Jewish groups. They're like the most extreme of all the Hasidic Jews. It was pretty crazy. They don't like my dad and mom, my stepmom and my dad didn't sleep in the same bed together. Because of the monthly.
It's really intense.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why?
Yeah. You wouldn't want to accidentally wake up with menstrual blood on your pajamas like the Godfather when the horse head is in there.
Oh,
you know
my
what I mean?
God.
Wait, they didn't share a bedroom?
They shared a bedroom, but
they
not
had
a bed.
two single beds.
They had two single beds.
So what happened when it was time to
Like
smash?
Lucy and Ricky.
I think exactly like Lucy and Ricky. I think my dad would say, Lucy, I'm home. And he would walk over to the other bed. He would smash. He would probably pump for a while until he got like really close, and then he'd slow down a bit. He'd caress her a bit, and then he'd start pounding again, and then he'd be like, "Daddy's coming," and that's what I remember.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Now do they fuck through a hole in the sheet, or that's
that's
just a Handmaid's Tale.
That's a true rumor, a false rumor that is so pervasive in Judaism that Jews believe it about themselves, because the refined air of Jewish observance that my dad was at. 90% of American Jews that you've met have no exposure to that in real life, but I do. I mean, I have cousins who speak Yiddish as a first language and speak English with a Eastern European accent.
And raised here?
Raised in America, third generation Americans, but they haven't. If you met them, they'd be like, "Hello, Tom, how are you?"
What?
Yeah, or whatever in Eastern Europe. They sound like Dracula.
It's like how Cardi B talks.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You're like, I know you know how to speak English.
I be thinking about.
Dude, I have family, honestly, that I wouldn't be sure that they knew, who are raised in New York. I'm not sure they would know who the Yankees were. Not positive that they would know. I'm not joking. For sure they wouldn't know who Cardi B is. There's absolutely no
way.
question they would know who Cardi B is.
I know some Dominicans that
okay, I'm listening.
We're born and raised in Washington Heights.
Who don't know who the Square Rebbe is?
Oh, I was going to say, they definitely know who the Yankees are, but they have accents, and you're like, you're born here? And you're raised here? And like, yeah, definitely. And a heavy accent. You're like, oh, you came when you were 12? And like, no, I was born here. But it's
crazy.
Like, yeah, they have a heavy...
Well, that's interesting. They sound Yiddish as well.
They're like, yeah.
Yeah, totally.
They have like a Danish Dominican thing going on.
I had a cousin one time when we were in the hospital when my dad was sick, and my dad died eventually. Anyway, I just wanted to tell that story.
God damn it.
But no, he goes. There's
goes well with the story of him fucking your stepmom.
Oh, the fucking through the sheet.
And...
Right. Well, he fucked my stepmom to death, and that was. I mean, to his death.
He would pre-ejaculate a lot, though.
Well, he actually ejaculated so hard he turned inside out, and that's how he died.
That's how he died.
Yeah, he just kept coming and coming until he wasn't there anymore.
God.
But I still have that jar of cum, and so when I need advice, I go to him.
You talk to it.
Yeah.
And you're like, Dad.
Well, it like raises into a figurine, like this.
It's turned brown.
Until he pops up out of the thing and just is like, "What? How can I help you?" Nobody.
Out of the cum thing.
But my cousin's
cum jar.
My cousin goes, because he knew I wasn't religious and he didn't have much exposure to people that weren't religious, And there's this thing that happens when someone's sick that you have to kind of guard their deathbed, kind of. So there has to be like a religious person there to make sure that all the rituals are done correctly, whatever. So it's very odd because it'll be like me who's next to his dad, and then like a kind of tertiary family member who's not really that close to the family, but is just there to like be a ritual guy. So he turns to me like in the middle of the night and he goes, I have a secret I have to tell you. And I was like, what? He's like, because you're not religious. I feel like I can tell you. And I go, okay. And he's like, I've always wanted. And I go, to be gay? To be gay? You want to be gay? You're gay? It's okay if you're gay. I'm thinking to myself. And he goes, to be
lawyer.
Oh, God.
That was
Really?
the big, deep,
The
dark.
big secret, huh?
Big, deep. That's how religious they are. To be a lawyer would be
Wow.
like so secular.
What are they only? They're only to be Rebbe's? Is that it?
They're
What are they supposed to do?
They're to work in some, business that the family owns,
Oh, okay.
and to study their whole lives. It's like to be a lawyer is to like have aspirations to connect to the outside world,
Right,
and
right.
there's just there's nothing there. Okay, fucking through a
Jesus
sheet
Christ,
though. Fucking
yeah.
through. So you know the Jews have the prayer. Like the thing that they wear. Have you ever seen it? They have the dangling like little fringes.
Yes.
At the,
Yes,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
a
yeah.
garment.
It's like a poncho.
Yeah, it's exactly like a poncho. That's a garment that's a square with a hole in the middle that they put on in the morning. Every Orthodox Jew wears those. Sometimes, if they're less religious, they tuck them in so you don't know that they're wearing them. And if they're more religious, they put them out so that the world knows. So historically, those garments would be hanging on a laundry line in the old village or whatever in the shtetl, and non-Jews would walk by unaware of what the thing was, and they would look and they go, why is there a big sheet with a hole in the middle? Somebody said, oh, they must, the most logical.
through it.
Yeah, the most logical thing is that they must fuck through that hole.
That logical, yeah, I guess.
And then
I mean,
everybody started to believe it so much so that, like, I would say honestly, if most Jews that
Think that.
think that about them,
Yeah.
their own religion.
Don't you? Doesn't part of you
so
though
crazy.
when you hear like in any religion, like let's talk about Christianity or Islam, when you think about someone's level of devotion being that high, you're like, man, that is just too much.
Oh, yeah.
To give your life to this. I mean, I just go like,
But
wow. I mean, I respect someone's dedication to it. I'm like, you're making your whole life about.
I really
this
understand.
belief
I really
system.
understand it though.
Yeah.
I really get it because I think what it's about is that like the world. If you're not religious,
Yeah.
if you're paying attention to the world, it's so obvious that the world is that life is chaos, it's terror, it's fear, it's people killing each other, it's like meaninglessness, it's careening towards death, it's like it's empty and alone.
Yeah.
And religion is this thing that goes, no. It's totally meaningful. It's completely enclosed. There are answers to all of the questions you think are unanswerable, and you don't have to worry. Just join this totality of a religious system, and like there isn't any.
It becomes comfort.
It's total comfort.
Yes,
completely.
of course. Because I noticed my mom's pretty religious. Not like dedicated in the type of way that your father was.
But thought that your child would have a bad life if it wasn't baptized.
Go to hell.
Well, it's
Of
just-
course.
Go to hell? That's what
that's
they
the
say?
Well,
idea.
if it dies,
Well, if it
in
dies,
infancy,
yeah.
it goes.
But
If
I
you don't
don't-
baptize,
I
it
thought
goes to hell.
Catholics had a waiting room for that type of
Purgatory,
situation.
not
Oh,
infants.
right.
They say.
But like we're saying, like like my mom prays the rosary if a car ride's longer than 10 minutes.
Okay.
That's
Which is-
pretty religious. She carries a Bible with her.
That's
No,
religious.
she doesn't carry a Bible with her. But I mean, she wears a necklace with whatever Virgin Mary or something on it.
So in a
But
weird way, your mom's house is a church. It's the house of the Lord.
it is the house
Yeah.
of the Lord.
Tax
But
free.
One thing about her is that like when she does get stressed out, she's very overwhelmed. She's very anxious. But the only thing that kind of like brings that anxiety down a lot of time is prayer or the thought that like it'll be taken care of.
Oh, it works. It's not up for debate whether or not prayer and being
Yeah,
religious.
it's a form of meditation.
Yeah,
you
it
know,
works.
mantra, whatever the fuck.
So these two Jews have a
Hey.
special out. It's fantastic. It's
You guys look so
the
great.
honeymoon stand-up
you.
special. You
Love
guys
the
do
jacket,
look great.
Natasha.
I did.
Gorgeous.
I was 8 months pregnant here, though. That's why. Well, yeah.
Girl,
I mean,
you
don't
look
you
great.
see?
Yeah, but you're not that. I
look great.
I just did a thing
It's the
8 months
sequence.
pregnant, and I look a lot bigger. You look cute.
No.
You look adorable. I love how you both do your sets, and then you have the Q&A thing. That's kind of fun. And
Yeah,
you-
that's
Couples
really
roast.
fun.
Yeah, we did Tosh does a half hour of stand up, then I do a half hour stand up, and then the third.
Daniel Tosh. And then
yeah. I
How'd you get him to
actually
do
thought
it?
that. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird because he's got his own thing, I guess, going on. I didn't. To be honest, I wasn't familiar with his work.
Right.
And we just knew it would be a funny play on words.
Yeah.
And we.
Was it Texas, by the way, you did it in?
In Austin, yeah. And so Natasha did a half hour, I do a half hour, and then we do the this is what we were doing on the road too. The last half hour is us bringing couples up and kind of like troubleshooting their relationship and
That's
just basically
great.
roasting them.
Yeah, it's
pretty
very
much.
fun.
Very fun to
funny.
watch.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you toured with this show though for a while, right?
Yeah. We went on a tour, and it was really fun. As you guys know, do you tour together?
No.
No?
He won't
you
do it.
should.
He won't even get a couples massage with me. That's true.
Why?
Why will you get a
Go ahead,
couples
tell him,
massage?
Tom.
Fucking
Have you seen
hate
his
couples
Netflix
massage.
queue, by the way? That'll explain it.
What's the Netflix queue?
It's just mostly things about murder and drugs and shooting and crime.
Wait, so you won't get a massage?
No, I love
he wants
massage.
a couples massage.
I don't like couples massage.
Why does it remind you of his murderous Netflix
Because he's a
queue?
psychopath. This is just part of the.
Well, what does that have to do with-
whole
Moshe's
package.
Netflix queue is like that, but he likes couples massages.
Wouldn't a psychopath want a couples massage?
He'll pretend like he does, but this one is so in tune with that side of himself that he
good
puts
answer.
up the
Wh-
boundaries.
What's the issue though?
Now, I don't like that. Okay, when you go into like a treatment room and you're there, it's like it's all you. You pull apart. You're like.
You want to fart and stuff.
I mean, I do want to
He
fart. I also want
does,
to breathe
but he
loud.
doesn't.
I want to groan, and I don't like any other distractions. I don't like.
You don't want to hear like, so Christina, what's
Yes,
bothering you?
that
today?"
shit irritates me, and I don't want to hear.
You want to
her-
be able to, like, with impunity, slowly move your legs apart and push your
Yes.
butt up toward, and just to do a silent negotiation to
Wait,
see.
is that how you do it? You have to put your.
I don't know. What are you talking about?
I always figured your legs were
Moshe's done
down.
it.
What do you-
Obviously, because he knows the
What are you-
position.
what
How
are
do you
you
get-
even talking
Wait,
about?
How do you
know
get a
the
hand job at a
position?
massage? How do you ask that?
It must be
Oh,
what
you don't wanna
Moshe
talk-
just said.
I mean, it
You
isn't.
put your legs up and scoot your butt down?
Okay, I've heard from other people
Man,
that
I did not know you did that.
I didn't, but I've heard from other people
Sure.
that part of it is like they're giving you the massage, and then there's like there's this period of silent negotiation where the person will be like rubbing, and then they'll like sort of errantly like sort of flinger your balls, like sort of flick finger.
Oh my
Like
God, that's
just
happened to me
graze.
so many
A graze.
times.
just a light graze.
A light
and
graze.
if you close your legs, then the person massaging is like,
goes-
oh, this dude likes body work. Okay, he's here. He's a legitimate
So
human
the
being.
woman flicks your balls.
A little
And
swipe.
then what if you want it?
Then you slightly just a little bit open, and then
Adjust.
Open your
You
legs.
just open just a little bit. Because if you turn around and flop out, they're probably going to be like, this is like a cop or I don't know what.
Right.
So yeah, there's like a
There's a dance, it
There's a
sounds
dance.
like.
That's
So,
right.
so you don't want to have your legs straight forward. You want to like open them.
Just
Where's the cum?
What's to come?
well, the cum is in the balls,
Yeah.
or actually, it's in a jar filled
Always
with
in
my father's
the balls.
ashes.
And how many times did you do this?
It's not a good drop.
What'd
but
you
yeah.
say?
How many times have you done this?
I've never done it.
Oh,
but I watch a lot of
please.
documentaries on Netflix about this.
There are a lot of documentaries.
Yeah, there are. Yeah.
About
You-
porn and
yeah,
about
thank
sex
you.
work and.
Well,
yeah.
anyway, the point is, I like traveling with Moshe because then
because
I don't have to be alone.
I'll go get a massage. I'll
Yes,
come back
that
a
is a
lot
nice
more
thing.
like sort of reasonable in my
but
mind.
I honestly don't know how we'd do it with a child. We're doing one show
Right, that's
in
different.
Seattle on his birthday,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I don't
When
know
is it?
how we're going to do
July
that.
6th.
July
actually.
6th, Seattle.
Tickets available
Give
now.
it a plug. Where at?
MosheKasher.com. It's we sold out the first show, so there's only shows available for the late show. But it'll be fun.
right,
Columbia
that's
City
great.
Theater. Yeah, if you
July
wanna
So
come.
are you
6
going
in Seattle.
to travel with the baby or you're leaving the baby behind?
We're going on a big RV trip with the baby, and
Cool.
we're terrified.
for real?
Yeah, we're terrified.
Wow.
Try it out.
Now you bought one.
I have one. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, this is awesome.
My plan is to just try to not cry.
You want to not cry?
How long?
Well,
Wait, this is a
it
long
seems like
trip.
it's going to be hard.
We're driving from here to Seattle because I have a wedding in. I'm actually marrying another woman after my
that's
birthday.
great.
It's a birthday present for me.
It's
The
it's one of the
polygamy Jew.
tenets of Judaism.
Yeah.
No, so we're going for like we're going to drive all the way up the coast, like all the way to Seattle, but on the
gonna be
coast. So
beautiful.
I'm
That's gonna be beautiful. That's a long ass drive.
It's a long
How
drive.
long is this gonna take?
We have like 11 days. We'll be good.
Someone said to only drive 3 hours a day with a baby, so
Oh,
and
that
is it
right?
gonna be that are you gonna bring a helping hand?
no, we're
the
sleeping
nanny.
in a van.
the nanny,
how would we-
The nanny's
I
coming in the
love-
RV.
I sense you have contempt for this trip
Yeah.
already.
I'm afraid of the trip.
Okay.
Well, if you can believe it, I'm really into camping, and if you can believe this, Natasha's not as into camping as I am.
that's hard to believe.
It is hard to believe. She's a rugged kind of, wild.
I've always noticed that about her.
She loves hiking. boots.
Outdoors, Birkenstocks.
That's her.
Natural patchouli.
Yeah.
You're going to make me want to stay
Hemp.
at Hilton Garden Inns.
Tom
Courtyard
and I-
Marriott's.
We had a severe anxiety flying with our son.
Yeah.
I don't wanna do-
It-
I'm
it's
How do you
terrible.
do it? Do you bring the car seat?
Yeah, you bring everything. You fucking bring everything.
Could you do it alone? Because I was planning on doing that.
I personally, there's some women who it's like not a big deal. Like, yeah, the baby's fine. He sleeps on the floor. Not with my kid. He's a boy. He's active. It would give me so much diarrhea anxiety to do it alone.
It'd be so fun
I
if you.
can't. I can't even imagine.
If you were the one that shit your pants.
I probably fucking
Not the
would.
kid, but you're like, I actually do have
so
diarrhea
much
right
anxiety.
now. Yeah.
Well, we've flown a couple times with him. We've sworn it off now until he's like 10.
What's the weirdest thing that's ever happened to you guys on an airplane?
The weirdest thing?
Or like a memory of something
I
bizarre.
feel like there's always something horrible on an
Man,
airplane.
there's so many weird things that have happened on airplanes.
Why? What's yours, Moshe?
Well, I
Sounds like
just-
you have a story.
know.
No, I don't have a great. I don't have a great story, but I do have a story. There was a time when I I got on a plane and I started flirting with this girl pretty hard, and like I didn't know her. She was just sitting next to me, and this is actually a very pathetic story. But what ended up happening was we ended up holding hands to New York, and that was it.
Oh, that's sweet.
And then what happened?
That's the end of the story.
Did she give you a massage after?
No, I adjusted my legs open slightly, and she didn't respond to that at all.
Oh, I sharted on the way to Africa.
That's true.
Really?
Yeah, because it was a long flight, and I ate tacos in the Atlanta airport. Bad idea before like a 19-hour flight to Johannesburg.
Oh, they don't have bathrooms on the Africa flights, huh?
No.
Yeah.
You just have to. But I sharted, but luckily I had a pair of panties with me in my carry-on.
Wait, were you there?
Yeah, we flew to Africa together. And
did that turn you on?
No.
You guys seem like the kind of couple who goes to the bathroom in front of each other.
We do seem that way, but we don't.
that
That's
way,
the
but
one boundary that we've maintained.
We've never farted in front of each
No.
other. Swear to God.
No.
To this day.
How is this
You must be
possible?
doing it a lot then.
What? You mean anal?
Anal, yeah.
Wait a minute. Ted, did you watch The Birth, or did you do
He stayed,
vaginal?
as Moshe called it, above the splash line.
Yeah, I want to be out of the splash zone. Yeah. But no, she had a C-section.
Oh, okay. So there was no blurs.
Yeah,
We
no
fart in
blurs.
front of each other, but no brown.
No brown. But we talk about brown a lot.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Do you talk about your browns? No.
No,
there's
We would
no.
never call them that.
So wait,
Yeah,
as a
no,
guy, as a
absolutely
woman,
not.
I can't even begin to like entertain this. But like as a guy, when you have to fart, you always.
Yeah, how do you deal with this problem?
He
you
doesn't
guys?
have to ever.
I
He
mean,
doesn't. His diet's right on track, and he
Yeah.
gets enough exercise.
No
and-
farts.
I leave the room, you know?
Yeah?
I
Do you say anything? Do you announce it? Like, I have to fart. I
Do
got
you feel like it's coming?
You guys,
at
can
a
we
certain
please
age?
change the
No.
subject?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
This is a central issue.
How does my asshole smell, huh?
That's me.
This is all our listeners care about. I'm telling you. This is it. This is the topic they want to know about. So hold on. So you're watching a movie. One of you has to fart. What happens? Walk me through this.
Well, Natasha, I don't know for sure that she farts, but if that's true for me, I'll either hold it or I will go to the other.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, why do I want to breach that? I'm not interested.
No, at this point, you're how many years in?
6 years.
And if you've been
Yeah.
holding it that long, you can't. That's
Do
too
men
long.
fart in front of each other like friends?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you fart in front of your guy friends when you're out of the house?
Yeah,
But girls don't.
I do. I don't know. We got to hang out more. I'll get you to start farting. You hang
Yeah,
with
she
me,
comes
girl.
home after an afternoon with you. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
The
Come
closer
on.
the friend, definitely the more.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a really, really close friend, I'll sit on him and fart in his lap or
yeah.
something. you
If it's a
know?
really close friend, I'll slide my dick into him and I'll just fuck his ass.
So,
That's
Natasha,
not really about farting,
That's
but
not
it's
really,
like,
but it's- I
but
get
it
it.
is that I'm gay, and
about
that's a thing that a
friendship.
secret
Yes.
that I have that I'm trying to reveal on this podcast
But
and
wait,
to my wife.
Natasha. So you never, even when you were pregnant, you never had to fart, or what do you do when
I
you have
didn't
to fart?
vomit.
I didn't vomit.
I
yeah.
didn't. I don't ever have to.
You don't ever have to fart.
No.
I mean, this is a lot.
What about number twos? What do you do when you
I
have to
don't
number
do,
two?
mine are white, and I don't do that either. It just happens
Hers are
once a month.
velvet white.
The reality
I can't believe this.
of Natasha is on brand. It's exactly
Yes.
who you imagine Natasha to be.
I know.
They're white. I never heard that before. But that is
just
because of the
diamonds.
anal sex.
That
That's
is,
why
yeah.
they're so white. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Do you guys think this is funny? Just be honest.
Does it
Yeah,
have to
okay.
do with shit?
No.
Okay, good.
Not yet.
No, it's not. Not nothing to do with this shit.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
This guy climbing a tree. He's going to.
And it doesn't look like you just got the trees pruned, you know?
What's he trying to do?
He's trimming a tree. He's just a tree trimmer. Okay.
He looks unprofessional.
He does look a little, but he has some.
He's not wearing a
professional-
shirt.
No shirt. He's got the straps and the rope. I don't know, whatever.
You should have like a machine to do that, I think.
I think you're probably right.
I mean, that just looks.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my god!
Moshe thinks that's funny. I don't.
I don't think it's funny either.
Wow, we're kind of the same.
Now, Natasha, why
That's a
don't you
pretty
think
brutal.
it's funny? Let's talk about
I'm
this.
over 14.
Right.
Also, I love trees, and I know how they should be trimmed. So right away, I'm like, I already
That's
know
your
where this is
takeaway?
going.
Take on this.
There's a man at the bottom of that tree screaming in agony. And she's like,
I'm just saying
"That's
it was a giveaway. Like I knew what was going to happen. There was
Yeah.
no surprise.
I got you.
I was surprised. That's a
You
very
were surprised
well. That's a
that wasn't going to end well.
that was a long drop, and the agony at the. I didn't like the fall, but the screaming at the bottom that was pretty funny.
That's
There
what
you
Tom
go.
likes.
That's what I
Also,
always say.
one more
Yeah.
thing: that tree doesn't need to be trimmed.
That's
That's a good point.
this is what bothers Natasha.
It doesn't need it.
See, I'm a big proponent of like that screams can be funny. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
the shout.
Oh, can I hear that again? Because
Sure.
it did seem kind of good.
Yeah.
Just
it
the
did
end.
seem good.
All right. Here.
That scream
Let's see. Where is he?
sounded painful, if I remember.
I
right.
mean, that guy might not be alive.
Yeah, and that makes it even funnier, right?
Oh my God! Hold on.
What happened?
Yeah,
I
can't you
think
see
know
it,
what
dummy?
happened.
Right here.
I don't like it. I don't like it. He's still laughing.
He broke a bone. Sounds like.
He's hurt. He's in pain.
He's more than
several.
Yeah, he might have popped a liver.
I mean, and it's hilarious to my husband.
Maybe you have no soul.
Possible. I think
That's where I'm going.
I think I have a very refined sense of humor, and this is obviously funny.
I mean, it is kind. No way.
This part. Look at my husband ear to ear. This is the happiest he's looked. Tommy, we're having a baby. No smile. Guy falling out of a tree. Yeah.
So you're gonna have 2 boys? That sounds really hard.
It's gonna
3
be
boys.
crazy.
You got him too?
I know, it's all dicks
oh
and farts.
My God.
See, this is why. But
You're
this
built
is
for
why.
it, though. You
Yeah,
can handle it.
This is why she's not farting and you're not farting because you have girls.
I have one
Female
girl,
energy.
and that's it.
Well, we
Right,
got
but
we got two female dogs. It's me and little Pablo are the only male forces. in
Yeah.
the-
See, that's why I'm outnumbered by dicks and balls and farts.
You got more clips, Tom?
I got all kinds
yeah,
of
all
clips.
kinds of
I'm
shit.
trying to see some clips.
Moshe watches videos like this all the time.
I got my homepages are CNN,
Kook Slams.
Gmail.
Oh yeah, I like Kook Slams on
Kook Slams is
Instagram.
great,
That's
yeah.
a
He
good one.
also likes
World Star is mine.
World
That's why.
Star.
That's
Yeah,
why I
we got
start
a
my
lot of
day.
clips.
And then he
from him.
also likes Dr. Phil like molestation videos.
Why that? Why just the
Well, no.
molestation?
What she's referring to is
No,
like.
I don't.
That's good. That's way better.
Yeah, the mothers are like, I just picture my son being.
No, that was
exactly
funny.
my reaction.
What was funny was that he was so close to the ground and hurt himself so badly.
So badly. Yeah. And the parachute's open.
Yeah.
It's not like it didn't open.
What went wrong?
I don't know. It's like he didn't have it fully open. I don't know what's going
All
on with
right,
it.
I can't even.
Okay, would you guys marry your mom?
Wait,
What?
you asking me if I would marry my mother?
Yeah.
No,
Why?
because she's my mom. I find that kind of off-putting.
What if?
I can't even
Yeah,
get around
she's
to
alive.
calling my mom.
I mean, let's say.
Why would you marry your mom?
I don't know. I'm just putting it out there.
Are you queuing up a clip right now?
Yeah.
I'm your mom and you're my son, and I am falling in love with him. He said, "Are you really?" I said, "Yes, I am." He said, "You know what? I was scared to let you know too. I am too."
We're both consenting adults. If it comes down to it, you know, it's just like the gays. They're you know,
Just like the gays.
as long as they're over 18, everything's fine.
Yeah. You know what I'm really glad for is that this is subtitled because they're so stupid that
You're saying they're
can't
stupid.
Understand what they're saying.
Right. They need
Also, it's like, let them, why are they talking to cameras? Like, marry your mom, but like, let's
Right.
not jail them and let's not advertise
That's
it.
always,
we always
my
talk
thought
about
on this. Is like, just don't tell people that you're
Yeah.
marrying your mom.
That's
Yeah.
why. That's why I
Talk
never
about it.
understand. I watch those racism videos on like World Star where there's like the old white lady going like, "Go back to your fucking." It's like the minute be racist by all means. The moment the person you're being racist to pulls the camera out, it's
Yeah,
like,
dummy.
walk away. You're gonna lose your job. You're not gonna
Right.
work at Quickie Mart anymore.
I
like,
think
just
people
stop.
are enraged and they are also so used to phones that they don't realize they're being recorded.
Let me say
I mean,
this-
he definitely knows. He's at an interview.
Let me say
against
this
the
about this
fence.
couple. You know how like you know how
He does have a teardrop tattoo.
they both do. They both
Same
do.
couple.
It's kind of full circle to your MS-13.
I feel like they're trolling us.
No, you know, here's the thing. You know how like when you were single and you would have sex with somebody you shouldn't be having sex with, it was like a little hotter, right?
I'm
you know,
prude,
this
but
is
yeah.
probably so hot. Like when you
Right.
get to mom fucking, I mean, it's probably so hot,
Right.
You know, if you're down,
Because
you
you
know,
know
So
it's
taboo.
so taboo.
it's
yeah.
literally the OG taboo.
It's true.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's got to be kind of hot.
This clip also led to my favorite listener-made song of all time.
You're my son. I'm your mom. You're my son. I'm your mom.
I'm your
Ask
mom.
them, will you ask them, will you
asked
get
him.
your mom?
Is there a beginning,
I
middle, and end? Oh, yes, I would. Okay.
You're my son. I'm your mom.
It's just like the gays. It's just like it's just like the gays.
They fell in love too before they had sex. It sounds like.
That's
No,
right.
what was cool about it is because they had a relationship from their previous relationship of just being mother and son. They were able to really communicate
Yes.
openly their desires before they consummated.
It's like being friends for
Yeah,
years.
that's
Yeah.
right.
We actually,
I asked
we were
him.
so fascinated by this. We found out that there is a common thing amongst parents, even siblings that are separated for a long time.
Right.
A lot of times when they're reunited, the feelings are so overwhelming and can be confusing that they'll shift sometimes into sexual feelings.
Oh man, that's so intense.
It's very intense.
So would you like hook up with your mom?
I would rather just kill myself at this moment.
Oh, right now, even then, entertain this conversation,
Yes.
even as a bit.
Yes.
Great. Okay, I accept that.
Yeah, but yeah.
Oh man, that would be. You a freak, you know? Face it.
Damn.
They's a freak.
Do you play this video for every podcast?
Not for every podcast.
It's been a while.
Here's one.
Hi, Melanie.
I'm Scotty O.
With Ecstatic Hearts Tantra. And we just want to share that there are many ways to orgasm.
She's acting like she's in a John Waters movie.
To be having sex. You can.
With that style acting?
Yes.
Yeah, like a over. Oh my god.
I just played it because you're a couple. I just
Are they having sex right now?
They're just having an orgasm.
They're just cum hugging.
They just came on each
They
other.
came hug. That's so funny too because
She's not rubbing?
well, I mean, it's like Natasha and I have been having sex for years, and you've never, I don't know, ever had an orgasm. And it's like there they are just hugging. That's funny. Oh man,
You like yelling. This just came in. I haven't seen this one. It's just therapeutic yelling.
Oh, is this a primal scream
I've
therapy?
been to Burning Man. I've seen
Yeah?
this kind of thing
Yeah.
before. Yeah.
This doesn't appeal to me because it seems like it would hurt my voice, but I think Moshe should do this.
Why?
Because I think you have more rage than I do.
Rage? I don't have any rage, do I?
You have more than me. Like when
No.
you get mad where people park.
Oh, that's true.
Really?
Well, we live across the street from an elementary school, and people are always coming to pick their kids up and parking in my driveway.
Oh.
But no. They don't park in his driveway. They park like 2 inches out. Like,
Yeah, and
he
I
can
kinda
still
block
get
it a
out.
little bit.
Yeah, but he can still get out, and it's a school, so I'm
yell
like,
down,
who cares?
I yell down. I go, "That's a driveway," and then she's like, "This lady was like, well, it's too big." I'm like, "I didn't pour the fucking concrete.
Yeah, you dumb bitch.
I didn't establish this property. I bought it." And
But
then
he's yelling this through a window.
And then she goes, "Well, I'm just gonna go." And I go, "Well, I'm gonna call the police." And she's like, "Go ahead." And I go, "I'm gonna key your car." She got back in her car and drove away.
That's not normal, right?
No,
She's picking up her kid from school.
I gotta say, I
Well-
really respect it.
One
I
of the-
like it.
Yeah, I
We're
kind of
gonna
respect
key
it
your
too.
car.
One of the the greatest moments I ever
like
had was I was in Berkeley. I was going to park and someone cut me off and pulled into the spot. And the lady was just like walking away, and I just go, I said it exactly like this. I go, "I'm gonna key that car. Have a nice time in the bank. I'm gonna key that car." And I just drove away. Of course, I didn't key the car.
Yeah.
I went about my day.
Yeah.
But I
Did
knew,
you yell, "I'm gonna key that car"
I
really
said it
loudly
exactly
across
like
the
that.
street?
I love the idea that
It's a good threat.
there's no possibility she would be in the bank not freaking out, not enjoying her time,
Yeah.
and
Right.
and that was the price of entry for that parking
But that is
spot.
also
Absolutely.
the opposite of, spreading love and joy.
That's right, as like spreading that car.
That is what I miss about Christianity. all about
I'm gonna
spreading
use
love.
that, by the way. I like
That's
that.
why you did it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna key that
yourself.
car. It's good because
I'ma
it's
key that car.
It's a
It's
threat.
kind of thug too.
Yeah, it's menacing, but it's like it's an empty threat.
It
you know,
is.
You're not gonna, but you are fucking her day up, which I like.
I loved that. It was
Yeah.
just like, okay, now
I'm
I can
all
go all
about
my
it.
day, and at least she got punished for taking that spot.
You would
Yeah,
almost
you
be
dumb bitch.
more pleased with having done that and not even getting to park. Like I could leave.
Oh no,
there.
yeah, I think so.
Just feel good about
I
it.
would never do that.
Dude, we had a funny situation. Speaking of conflict, because I sometimes am prone to conflict, and we were driving back from from LAX. We got picked up by an Uber, and we just watched Drugstore Cowboy. Wait,
Yeah.
Midnight Cowboy.
Midnight
Oh,
Cowboy.
Midnight. It's
Midnight
old.
Cowboy.
Yeah.
So we were kind of thinking about that, and the guy in the Uber, he looked like kind of a professor, and he rolled his eyes the moment he saw us. So I should have known something was up, but I didn't quite. Why would you roll your eyes? I mean, just because we look like snobs or whatever. I don't know what his process was. Whatever. We get in the car.
I might have been wearing 2 hats.
That's true. That's possible. So we're in the back of the car. We're talking about the plot to Midnight Cowboy. We're like, what was that? Were they gay? Was that a gay love situation? Like, we're kind of analyzing the film, and he's kind of like harumphing a little bit, just the littlest bit, and then it's like an hour ride. We get back to my house, and we're kind of going like, okay. Natasha goes, "You turn left here," because our entrance is not where the address says. And he kind of snaps at her. After he goes, "I'm gonna turn left because the thing says to turn left."
Oh,
And I go, "All right, stop the car. We're getting out right now." And he's like, "I can't stop the car." And I had already opened the door, and he's like, "I can't do that. I'm pulling over." So he pulls over into our driveway, and I'm like, at this point, like, I think I did. He starts screaming. So
You whipped out your phone.
So I pulled out my phone. It was just like click, and I was like, "Say goodbye to your job at Uber, whatever." And we get out, and he's like, because that's right, he called me a jackass. He swore. He took it to the swear zone. And I'm like, that's when I started recording. I was like, what'd you just say, bitch? I didn't say bitch. And he's like, nothing. I didn't say anything. And he wouldn't give me my luggage. Right? He's like, she's 8 months pregnant at that point. I think it was actually on the way back from the special, actually. And he wouldn't give me my luggage. And I'm like, give me my fucking luggage and get the fuck out of here. And he's like, no, I'm calling the police. Don't know why he's calling the police. He goes, you go in the house, I'll give your luggage to your wife. I'm like, I'm not leaving my pregnant wife out
By the
here.
way, it's because I was being cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, super cool. Often people would say being cool would be supporting your husband, not an Uber driver. But
Well, I just knew what to do to get him to leave.
I guess.
As opposed to like starting to film him and activating him
So
and making him really mad in our driveway.
he walks out, he's pacing back and forth calling 911, and I'm like, give me my fucking luggage. So I go distract him to Natasha. She's like, what? I leap into the car and pull the trunk open. Now I go to grab my bags. He freaks out, runs over, slams the car shut.
First, you told me 8 months pregnant to go pop his trunk.
Okay, to be honest,
to crawl
you're
into
gonna-
the front
yeah,
seat
no, I
and
know.
pop.
All
That's
right,
what we do when we're
To
not
be honest,
pregnant.
I'm not really in a good mental zone at this point.
Yeah.
And I pop the trunk. I go to grab the thing. He slams it shut. Finally, we negotiate a settlement where he does take the bags out, and I'm like, all right, now get the fuck off my property. And he's like, oh, no way, I'm waiting for the cops. I'm like, the cops for what, dude? Like, what are you going to tell the fucking cops? And he's like, I'm going to tell them that you were, you were obnoxious. I go, okay, and he's like, and I start walking away, and he goes, and I'm going to tell them that you didn't understand the plot to Midnight Cowboy.
What?
That's really funny.
Absolutely, he won.
That was
really
There's
funny.
no question.
And he also knows where we live.
That's true.
Oh,
There's no
shit.
question at that point in the interaction, I was kind of like, as a comedian, like,
You're like,
this
you
one's
fucker.
this one's yours. You take the W.
take the
on that.
points on that.
Yeah, you win.
That's fucking hilarious. It's almost unbelievable that he could come up with that. You know?
Yeah.
Well, he was kind of,
Yeah.
he looked like a retired history teacher. or
Yeah.
something.
Really?
He
He's
was kind of
clearly-
like he was like 65, 70.
That's so funny that I
Wearing
would
an old
keep
suit.
thinking about that.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like if I saw that in a movie, I'd be like, that guy would not be able to put that together.
Well,
It's too funny.
It was very much obviously he was driving the car as we analyzed this film that he clearly thinks he understands more. That he's just
Right.
going like, "Oh my god, these insufferable hipster scum
Yeah.
in the back think they understand this." Just like driving angrily.
Maybe he was like a film critic or like a
Maybe.
film,
A film
teacher.
critic?
I bet he taught at LA Community College.
I did
Film.
threaten to shoot him.
Probably.
You did?
Yeah, so as I was walking in, I was like, "You better get out of here." I was like, "I don't have a gun."
What
I
did
go,
you say?
I think like I'm gonna go get my gun or something. I don't have a gun. There is no gun.
You said that to him?
I think so.
Would
I think I
you,
might have.
get in trouble
Christina?
for that
would
one.
you put up with this type of behavior in your yard,
In my yard,
like right in your driveway?
I prefer it not to be, like you said, on your property so the guy fucking knows where you live.
That
I'd be
is-
afraid he's going to come back and jack me later.
I did
That's
feel
the
that
thought.
fear.
Of
That was
course.
How
scary.
upset were
Yeah.
you about this?
We got into a fight
Yeah.
because I just felt like he was escalating it in a way that was unnecessary.
And my
Yeah,
issue
yeah.
is that she should be like on my side.
Well,
Like,
why were you so fired up? See, usually it's,
when
I
a
mean,
stranger
wha-
swears at you and tells and is like not giving you your luggage, wouldn't you be fired up?
But I think you were fired up before that, yeah?
No, I'm chilling.
No, he was
No.
fired
I'm
up when the guy was like, I know when to turn left. Like what I would have said is like,
Oh.
okay, sir, thank you. Because we were like, half a step from my house. And then I would have just got the stuff.
And just
you
been
got out.
quiet
and
about
left.
it. and
Exactly.
like,
I
oh,
wouldn't have been
she's-
like, let me out of the car and open up the door and try to jump
like,
out
I
of the
gotta-
car.
Well, what pissed you off about that is what I'm saying.
I
Was
don't
it
like being disrespected, but he disrespected her.
the wife. Yeah.
but
see,
you know what?
that's the
Who
thing.
cares? It didn't affect me.
I know, that's the right attitude. Anyway, let's roll a clip.
I'm a dirty faggot. I'm a shit pig. I'm a toilet. I only deserve rape, humiliation, dehumanization.
Ooh, those bottom teeth are
degradation.
just taking
Yoy.
over.
This is kind of bothering me.
Is
No,
it? I'm
what?
into it. Well, first of all, I like a lot
First
of
of all,
it.
this is a Bobby Lee character. And
This is for Mad TV.
he's very proud of it.
Would
I'm
he
just
say he's
trying
a
to-
shit pig?
Yes, he did. He did say I'm a
He's a
shit
shit
pig.
pig.
I'm just gonna turn over here until you turn him off.
Wait, what's bothering you? First of all, I like
I
the
don't
fact
want to. It's very close up.
he's like, I'm gonna do an ultra close up about my my submission fantasies. I'm not gonna shave fully.
That's right.
I'm gonna have an extremely shiny face.
Yes.
And not not trim my nose hair.
The framing is fantastic.
Framing. And the bottom teeth are just so prominent.
Well, because he's in this like looks like he's on the toilet because you can see his shampoo bottle.
The guy's a shit
I
pig.
think you're right. He is on the
might be
toilet.
right.
He's definitely in the bathroom.
The cool thing is that if you need to go to the bathroom, he's okay with that.
If you see me walking on the street, shout, "Hey, shit pig!"
Wait, hold on, stop. I love that he goes into a bit of a character. He goes, if you see me walking on the street, stop me and go, "Hey, shit pig!" Like it sounded very New York.
It did.
Like
he watches a lot of movies.
And I will come to you. I will drink your piss, eat your shit, endure your verbal humiliation. You can piss over me, you can shit over me, you can show your
it's very expensive to have people come to your house and do that. So he's probably trying to get it for free.
Cost effective.
I have to
like
tell you, I do wonder how true this is. Like if I did see dude on the street and I was like, "Hey, shit pig," and then I just shit in his mouth, if he would.
This guy, he's down.
He's
down.
very down.
Wow.
Yeah, I think so.
It's definitely like $300 to have a woman come over and do that.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think there's a lot of women doing the shit pig videos.
Yeah, No, to come over and shit on you.
Oh.
I'm saying he's doing it to try to get free people to shit on him.
Right, but I think he's gay, and I think it's
He's
free.
gay.
Or men.
I think it's free in that community.
But he tells you if you want to meet him, you meet him at the bus station.
No.
So he has a
Is that what he
designated
said?
area.
Let's not
That's
listen to it
later.
again.
Yeah.
He did say that you could meet him at the bus station.
What site is this from?
I don't know the site that it was pulled
Oh,
from.
please
but-
don't tell him.
No, I'm just curious.
But he's in Norway.
Oh, so he's not sort of directly available?
No, he's not.
Okay, let's roll another clip.
We were looking
He's
at
in Norway?
Oh, by the way, yeah, he's
They're
in
so
Norway.
clean there. It says
He's not.
It says
He's
the
a
opposite
dirty
of shit
boy.
pig.
He's a bit of an outlier there.
Dude, I was in Norway once, and I went to they have a comedy show in Bergen, and the local comedians found out I was Jewish and were like really kind of titillated by that, and they're like, "Oh, come with us, you'll love this. Look," and they brought us downstairs behind the comedy club into this basement, and they go, "This was the room where they tortured the Jews."
What the fuck?
I swear.
Awesome.
I swear. And I'm like, why would you think this is a tourist destination that I would be like, yay? And then they pointed up and there were swastikas on the lattice in the balcony across the
Zoinks.
street. And they're like, yeah, the Nazis were here. And this room, they would interrogate the Jews and torture them. Like you.
Like you? You like
You
it?
like it?
Yeah.
You are shit pig,
Jesus
right?
Christ.
That's that's really intuitive of those guys to show you that.
pretty
Well, you know,
heavy.
comedians really get human instinct and humanity, so they
Sure.
really knew that was a thing I would like.
God,
So
damn.
weird.
So weird. We were looking at this kid. Oh, by the way, have you noticed that? Do you know that some people watch comedy specials with subtitles on?
We
that
do sometimes.
Okay.
Wait.
What?
But only because his mom is deaf, so
Well, that's
sometimes
where
we
we're
have
getting to.
subtitles.
Well, that's different.
That's
Wait.
totally different.
Wait.
Sometimes our subtitles are just on.
Oh, okay, right.
Because
But
of
you're
the
saying
TV.
something different.
I'm saying that we got emails about this guy was like, I was watching a special with my friend, his subtitles were on. He's sitting there laughing at things before they're said because he's reading them.
Right.
And then he's like, I've noticed that a lot of people are doing it, and people who are not hearing impaired.
Why-
It seems like an odd thing to do.
Why? You mean specifically comedy specials or
Yes,
just stuff?
specifically comedy specials.
Why?
I don't know why they're doing it, but I am of the thought that it's got to be kind of ruining it a bit. It's like staying
sure.
a step ahead.
I'm
So-
very used to that because I grew up with it,
With
with my
subti- yeah.
parents being deaf. But I wonder. I would like to watch my own special. I can't ever watch one of my own
They're
specials.
definitely off sometimes.
But I talk so quickly that I wonder if the subtitle person actually.
It's incorrect
It's
because
yeah.
I'm telling you, there's no way they can get it right.
No.
No, they're miss whatever.
They're missing a beat. I mean,
Misquoting?
they're misquoting.
Mistranslating?
They throw it up way before you say it, or it's late. It's not matching up.
Yeah, it kind of fucks it up.
Especially if you can hear the reason why would you do that to yourself? I don't know.
That's bizarre. What's the reasoning? Maybe it's that comedians you sometimes miss punchlines, and so they want to watch it.
I guess my theory on it was that this guy's doing it because like maybe he's just like a little anxious and doesn't want the mystery of where is this going. He wants to stay like a second ahead, so it like it
Truly
almost
bizarre.
comforts him. It's bizarre. It's bizarre.
Hey, maybe we could have them weigh in on our Yanni debate.
Yanni?
I hate
or-
Yanni. There's nothing to talk about.
Well, no, what's the other word? The Yanni. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I thought you meant Yanni.
The piss on me, beat me guy. Have them weigh in on what he's saying.
I got you. Just a good point. Okay, we'll just wrap up on that. All right, that makes sense. Okay. So
it's
this guy
not literally that thing. We would never.
No, we would
do
not
that
be
to
like,
you.
hey, do you
It's
think this is
terrible.
Laurel? So this guy is the biggest celebrity that this show has ever created.
Okay.
He's legendary. He's amazing. And he's contributed so much, but there's a mystery as to what he's saying in one part of this video. Okay?
Okay.
And you can give me your version of what you think he's saying. So I'll just start it off.
Black guys who love to fuck and fuck good. If you're a hot black guy and you want to fuck me at $23.95, if you want to move in, you can move in, but you gotta fuck me. I need to be fucked a lot, man. Get free food, free rent, and everything else, man. Here's the deal, man. Men from jail, homeless, or you're a thug, you want to come move in, your friend can move with you too, man. Free rent, you get a lease and a key. Fuck me. Piss on me, beat me, I'm home now.
And there it is.
Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, it's clear what he said.
What does he say?
A whole minnow.
Oh.
No.
But
That's
you
what I heard.
understand that
The
there's,
SS minnow.
there's a controversy about what he's saying right there.
The last part.
The
Yeah.
last
Can
part.
I hear it again?
Of course, you can hear it many times.
Free rent, you get a lease and a key. Fuck me. Piss on me, beat me, I'm home now.
See
What's he saying?
What do you think he's saying?
I'll tell you my version.
No.
Okay.
And it's
But I don't want to taint their opinions.
Oh,
You
wait.
tell me what you hear first, because I feel like
well, here's
once
the
you're
audio. Here's
influenced-
just the audio.
Okay.
Home now. Home now. Piss on me, beat me, I'm home now.
I got nothing.
Really?
Whole meadow?
It's
Whole
you're
minnow?
in the right lane. See, what I think he's saying is
Hold me out?
that's been submitted.
Close.
I think because he tells you about what he wants, literally gives his address out. He says, "Piss on me, beat me, home here now," and he's in such a frantic excitement that it comes out. a
Home
little-
here now?
Yeah,
I'm
piss me.
home here
I'm
right
home here
now.
now. I'm home here now.
Okay, let me hear.
So
Piss on me, beat me, I'm home now.
No. Home in now.
I think.
well, some people are saying he's saying "hoe a man out."
Whole man out.
Hoe a man out.
Hold on.
Is it
He's
home
telling
man
these guys to
Oh,
come
that's
over.
a good
I mean,
one.
I know he does. He has an affinity for black guys, but like, he's not really street. It'd be crazy to pivot at the
Right.
very end and be like, "And hold this man out right, here,
Right,
boy.
that's my
you gotta hold
argument.
this man out.
Right.
I'm ready to be hold out."
People
Right.
have said
That's my argument too. It's not consistent with the rest of the speech. Now,
That's
I'm
so
home-
cool.
I'm
Have you
home
eaten
here
at his
right now.
restaurant, by the way? Trejo's Tacos?
There's so many different versions that people are. I mean, people have said he's saying, "Hoe me on out, hold me down, hollow me out, own me in and out."
Wait,
like,
you said, okay, so this is a clip you found. This isn't actually a person.
oh yeah, people. We found this, and it's been.
Why do you
dissected.
contact him?
We don't know how to
It's
get a
not
hold of
gonna
him.
No,
happen.
it's not.
Yeah.
You have his address? Write him a letter.
I know, but it's
No, really, I think you
doesn't-
should write him a certified
No, sure.
letter.
There's no way he remembers what he even fucking
But he
said
could
that
watch
day.
it and tell
This guy's
you.
Crazy.
that's true.
Dude, I tell you what. I challenge your mom's house to write a certified letter with half. You rip
What
100.
state is he in?
I don't know. He says his address.
know.
Rip $100 bill in half. And tell him if he can tell you the accurate answer to this, you will send him the other half of the 100. There's no way that dude doesn't want the other half of the 100. Or actually, if you want to save your money, say that you are a black guy, a
That
black
loves to
top
fuck.
that loves to fuck. But one thing
That's what he's going to respond to. I don't think cash is the incentive here for this
It'd
guy.
be so funny though to find a big black guy, drive to his house, and be like, "Oh, I'm here to top you, but first what is this?"
You know what I love most about him is there's an unwrapped gift right behind him.
Yes, of course. There's the red
That's
bow.
so
I didn't
It's
know
a white bow and
there's another
it's a
like
present he
yeah.
has left. Oh, and it looks like there's another present. It's like his birthday.
You know what's
Yeah.
inside of that present, right?
Oh, this was one present. That's the bow to the present.
Yeah.
So he's not that popular.
No, but you know what's inside of it, right?
What?
A whole minnow.
Oh man,
A whole minnow.
there's so many
whole man
people
out.
that are trying
All right,
to
let me-
figure it
let
out.
me do it one more time.
Just a quick
Home
reminder
here and now.
that the What's He Saying
Oh,
shirt is
my
out.
God.
Home here now, homie on out, hold here down. All the different
You
versions
just made a
of it.
T-shirt. Does he know?
This is the third T-shirt of him. Yeah.
Wait, how could you possibly not send this guy a letter? You have his address.
I like Hold Me Out. That's what I would say.
We have there's other people that we've featured on the show that we've actually
Yeah.
contacted and
It
offered.
never goes well.
No,
Doesn't
well, offered
turn out
sometimes
great.
substantial money, much more than $100.
And what do they do?
No.
They won't even answer us.
Yeah. Sometimes they won't answer.
Well, they're
sometimes
probably not getting it.
what getting like what's
Getting
going
the
on?
correspondence.
Wait, how much?
No, we've had
Oh, no.
one respond.
How
who
much?
was-
And he was like, "Go fuck yourself."
No, he was like, he basically goes, "I dedicate a video to you." Like he dedicated a video to us, and that was his response. And he got overwhelming like contact from our listeners.
Wait, how much did you offer this person and for what? What's substantial?
Just to interview,
money?
But you wanted to just make fun of him on your podcast.
No, we wanted
weird
to,
that he didn't want you to do that.
No, we just wanted to interview him.
No, we
just wanted to
revere
talk
these
to him.
people.
Right, like if you had this guy on, it would be probably a very respectful.
Yeah.
Like
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
This is like Dateline.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be
Wait, so what did you offer that person? What's substantial money? Like
Well, yeah, like over $500.
Oh, 500. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
all right.
I mean, I wasn't going to offer him
$500,000.
Yeah. $500,000. No, but I mean, I also was like, or just get back to me with what you want.
Yeah, yeah. All right, can I hear it one more time? I'm gonna weigh in finally. My final weigh in.
Your final version. Okay, here we go.
Home now.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's not
Listen,
consistent.
kid, fuck me. Piss on me. Beat me. I'm home here now. You see me when I come.
I'm home here now.
Hold me on out. But hold me on now. Sounds like
today and try it out.
Hold
try
me
it out,
now?
man.
Hold me
It's in my
now.
building. Try it out. You want to fucking piss on me? Try it out. Seriously, apply only as fuck, man. I'm looking for hardcore guys that mean it, want to do it, and I want to deliver it. I'm a hot white trash. Come dump. Let's fuck.
we got Natasha Turner back
screen's
again.
over here.
Wait, I don't think it's I'm home here now because it doesn't fit with the theme of
says,
what he's
well,
saying.
me
He's
now.
saying, fuck me, piss on me, shit. You know,
Right.
it's like
He's like, you want to come over? You want to come over? You want to come over?
And then he
He
gives
might
his
be
address.
on drugs and forgot like he's just talking gibberish.
Yeah.
That's
That's
a very
the good
It's a very good point. And I
Yeah.
think you're right. And I think you are reluctantly being the lead detective in this.
Well, she's got the right jacket for it. Wait, so it's like, so he's going like, fuck me, piss on me, on me.
Yeah.
Like he almost
Yeah.
is doing that.
No, he thinks he's saying "hold me down," but he's saying "hold me now" or
Right.
whatever
Right.
he thinks he's saying.
He's too fucked up
in
to.
his
fucked up. It's his birthday.
meth-induced-
Right.
Right.
He's on
binge.
meth.
Yeah.
He just got like a bottle of
Just-
cheap tequila. He just drank half
Right.
of.
Right.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
That's what that present. It's a liquor bottle behind it, and
I think
with a
she's
bow
right.
on it.
Hold me on you.
Yeah.
Hold me on you. Hold me on you.
Home here now.
Hold me on you. Hold me on you. It's
Hold
Stephen
me on
Hawking.
It's
Hold me on you. Hold me on
Meow.
you. The universe is only hold me on you years old.
It's a good point.
Whole man out. I feel like it's whole man out, but you're right. It's inconsistent with
Whole
how he
man
speaks
out.
before.
Hold me on you.
He's not that street.
He's not street.
You know what I
He's
want
right.
to tell Natasha before I forget?
What?
Oh, I'm so bummed. I was going to do the thing for her.
What?
That you play drunk so well. You're such a great actress. And every time I see you do drunk.
You think I'm really drunk?
No. Yes. Like you do this thing that's brilliant where you don't overdo it. Like you do it the way drunk people really do it, where they're trying to hold their shit together.
Oh, thank you.
Which is so funny and so good. I just wanted to tell you that. I've been meaning to
I've
tell
had
you
a
that for
lot of
years.
practice.
Her
Her
Thank
drunk
you.
is amazing.
You're right though. Her,
So funny.
Her pantsless drunk on Burning Love is like truly one of the funniest things laugh out loud funniest things I've ever seen.
Right, she's kind of like street a little bit too.
Yeah, well, she's trash.
Trash.
What she is she's home me now.
Oh,
Yeah.
meow now. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so funny. And your trash voice.
Well, thank
Do it.
you.
Do it.
Like
Do the
Tasha,
trash.
You do
when
it.
you make fun of your relatives. I love that too. You're like Tasha.
Thank you. My family, and part of I think what a family is here for is to make fun of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moshe said I could make fun of. Does he care if you make fun of him, Tom?
To make fun of Tommy, I do all the time.
On stage, he doesn't care. Is there
I don't
anything
think
that's
so.
off limits?
Not yet. Right.
What about? Are you
guys
allowed to make
can-
fun of her?
Yeah, he does
On-
all the time.
on stage,
Talks
full-
about my loose vag, my big floppy tits, and
Right.
Whoa,
I talk
really?
about those things
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Your loose vag and big floppy tits.
It
But
is a
Tom,
little
Tom
awkward.
tells me first. It's not
Yeah.
like it's like we have
Yeah.
a quarter.
Wait, what's your
What's your
line?
off limits?
We got no lines. No. When it comes to the stage, there's no lines for sure, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Well,
Stage.
I'd like to have. I'd like him to not say negative things about me, and I'd like to say negative things about him.
Sure, vice versa. But I mean,
course.
when in interpersonal communication at home, I'm brittle and I have a hair trigger. But if she gets on stage and makes fun of my deaf mom, it's all good.
I
On
got
stage, there's no
But I
rules.
will say though, the way Moshe acts with people with their cars and with the Uber people, he doesn't do that to me.
No.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
It's
you
good.
will say that.
Huh?
You will say that because that's what I coached you to say on the drive over here.
But
But-
I don't want people to think that he carries that into our relationship
No,
because
I
I know
got-
how unstable it seems.
I
and,
have a thing. I just have a thing about being disrespected, and it's not good, and I don't like it.
but
and
I disrespect you sometimes, but you don't act like that.
yeah, but it's not people that I know disrespecting me. It's like strangers.
It's different. It's way different.
I'm getting better. I'm a lot better than I used to be.
I believe it's called righteous anger.
It could be right.
But this is a dude thing. Let me tell you though, because I know that you would fucking choke a man out for snapping at me like that too. I think. It's like dude, and it's testosterone.
I didn't.
Natasha.
Yeah, I know you're right, and I
don't
also didn't
understand
look
this.
at it like he was protecting me because it seemed like he was endangering our family because
Well, you're
he
so
was letting
vulnerable,
these
too.
people know
Yeah.
where we live. The guy might have a gun. Like, why go there?
I did analyze
You know?
him, and I decided he did not have a gun.
Okay, I mean they were probably correct,
He had
but you
like a
never
weird,
know.
I remember he had like a weird pacemaker wire coming from his neck. I was
He
like,
was old.
I was like, I could just grab that and yank,
Yeah.
you know, and he's just.
You just
it's all-
unplug him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
He'd
just
be
shuts
dead.
down
Yeah.
like Commander Data.
Totally.
But it's also the testosterone that sent Moshe into a rage where he thought it was a good idea for me to climb 8 months pregnant, into the guy's front seat without his permission. And when Moshe did it, the guy goes, "Are you in my fucking car?"
But if-
like he was so pissed. So it's like
that's
I
fair.
almost did that.
Right, but if you had done it, I would have been back at the trunk. I would have grabbed the whole man out and gotten the fuck out of there.
Whole man.
So wait, he said, "Are you in my fucking car?" When you went to pop the trunk?
I jumped in the
Moshe
car
went into his
as
front
he was
seat.
calling
He wanted me
911.
to. He told me 8 months pregnant to slither my way into the guy's car because the guy was holding our luggage hostage in his trunk.
Yeah.
I love this story. I like that
Whose
it
side
came
are
back.
you on?
Well, here's the thing. I definitely understand both sides of it. From him, I definitely get
As a
getting-
father, though, what would you have done?
I'm not a father at this point.
That's true.
I understand you feeling like I feel like it's almost like a very, very defined male-female storyline because
Yeah, right.
you're being composed, you're being rational, you're thinking ahead about.
I'm trying to make it go faster.
Well, and women, we have to use our intelligence to get out of potentially physical
Right,
situations.
whereas,
So as a
whereas
woman,
I
you'd be
can
like-
just use my brute strength,
Right.
you know, to sort of gorilla a man
But
out
it's
of my
true.
driveway.
But it's true because men size each other up, right? When you get into a room,
Moshe
you
did size up
kinda-
this handicapped 70-year-old with like an old suit on with elbow patches.
But he did. He really did. Like
No, he did, and he was like, "I
That's
could
the
probably
great-
win this." You
that's
probably
the-
wouldn't have done that with like a guy who was like looked like he could kick your ass.
That's the great hypocrisy of like, I just can't stand to be disrespected. Because if the motherfucker was like a thugged out, like 6'8" bodybuilder,
Sure.
I would have
You'd
been
be
like,
like, "All right."
listen, man, I'm sorry, and anything I can do. I don't understand the plot to Midnight Cowboy. I'll tell you that right now.
Can I just say that the woman he yelled at, who had their car, it was like I'd say 65-year-old.
What woman? What are you
The
talking
woman you're like, I'm gonna key your car.
Oh, you weren't there.
I was there. She was 65.
She was, and so I felt like I could take her.
But
for
see,
sure.
that's we almost the only people who don't think about who they're saying things like that to are literally crazy people.
Right.
That's why they're crazy.
Right.
It's because they're like, yeah, I'll say that to the fucking 6'5", 300
It's like
pound
Pablo.
dude. Like,
Yeah,
our
it's like
dog barks at like
Exactly.
dogs that
Yeah.
are way bigger than
yeah,
him.
they don't know what they're doing. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
That's how you stay alive. That's ape shit. Like literally, that's ape shit. That's what monkeys do.
So
They
ultimately,
go get out of my little jungle area.
he hulked out because he felt threatened, disrespected, and I totally
I understand that you understand that, but ultimately in this court, whose side are you on?
Well,
hey.
And Christina, you're on my side.
I'm on her side as a like if the feminine instinct is to be like, let's not start some crazy shit. Let's just get inside. I'm 8 months pregnant. I'm vulnerable. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, like, I identify with what he did.
But you wouldn't
because-
have done it.
You might have
Depends.
done it. He might have done it.
It depends. It depends. I mean, I think the older I get now, like you said, being a parent, I do think about things like that, like my behavior.
My incidents have gone way down
Yeah.
over the years. Way down. I mean, right? You got to admit that,
Think about
right?
people suing me.
Yeah, they have.
You think about people suing
think about
you,
people
you
suing me,
jacking
taking my
your
money.
shit.
Totally.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You
Totally.
ever gone to therapy? Did you therapy?
This is therapy for us. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been to therapy.
for anger. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not like an angry dude. I have a weird thing about strangers disrespecting
He
me.
was like a child thug.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so he
Obviously, right?
he reverts back to like
I've got a
when he
little-
was on the streets.
Right, I've got a little part
Of
of my
suburbia.
of my from Oakland. Where are you from?
I'm just kidding, but I'm just,
It's a fun area for me.
I don't mean to say you were a thug.
You
I-
from
I
the
meant-
town?
I'm from the town, but and every kid in Oakland thinks that they're like a thug. Obviously, I'm not an idiot. I know what I look like. It's not like I think I actually strike fear.
You
in them.
look like E40.
I don't even know who E40 is.
Too short.
He's
You
a
look a lot
rapper.
like Too Short.
Yeah. So anyway, but there is a little part of me. Natasha calls it Old Mosh. That's her name for that.
Oh, I get that.
character.
It's still there.
It's still just a little,
Sure.
and it doesn't comport to who I am. I'm obviously, I mean, I get that I'm a little hipster fop, but it just comes out anyway. I said to Natasha, me and my friend Jacob joke around about this. Anytime I mention the fact that I grew up in Oakland, I'm in a very bad psychic zone, and I need to like. And if I'm in conflict with a stranger and I say, "Oh, I grew up in I'm from Oakland," I gotta go. Like, I'm in trouble.
That's the trigger where it's like, okay,
that's how you know
the tipping point.
I've like reverted deeply into my old persona.
Recently, I won't go into the whole thing. It was too long. But recently, I was disrespected by somebody, and I had homicidal fantasies.
Yeah,
I was sitting there,
wow.
and I imagined myself beating him so badly with his head exploding against the cement. It was very like satisfying to go there after feeling all the rage, but I just left. I left the situation.
See, I fantasize about people dying. I don't care how they die. I just want them out of my life.
Well,
oh yeah, and it's good when they're dead. By the way, the shitty ones.
The last time I got into
hasn't happened to me yet.
Oh,
when's the last time you got into a physical fight?
My God, I don't know. I can't even remember.
Last time I got into a physical fight, probably 10 years ago.
That's kind of recent.
Too recent. Yeah, too recent. But I was really ashamed of myself.
You got into a physical fight in your 30s?
Yeah, probably.
Wow.
It's in I have a whole bit about it in my first special.
Were you working, or on the road?
I was at a comedy show. It's a whole thing. I don't want to do bits because there's so many bits in it, but it's a whole thing. How it literally couldn't have been funnier. It was at a Hanukkah show. I had a dreidel in my hand. A guy disrespected me. I literally threw the dreidel at his head. That's how the conflict began. The traditional Jewish way to start a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And we went outside, and I won the fight. But
really? You were being hired by a comedy club?
I don't love the incredulity in your voice. No, it was at a show at the Edinburgh Castle in San Francisco. It was like a bar show.
It's before you were like a touring comedian.
It might have been just before
Okay.
Yeah, it might have been just before I was a touring comedian.
Like this, that would have gotten back to your agent.
Then maybe it was more than 10 years ago. Maybe it was Yeah, it was probably 11 years ago. Yeah, something like that. But
you guys swung on each other?
Yeah, so it was a whole thing where
I've never heard this.
So you never watched my special?
No.
Ouch. It was a whole thing where like he was in a show, he was disrespecting the performers. That used to really make me mad when there'd be somebody disrespecting another performer while they were on stage. And so he left, and I started to applaud when he finally left the room. He's like being loud and obnoxious. And then he said some shit to me, threw the dreidel at him. Classic. And then he's like, come outside. So I ran outside. I didn't know what I was doing. But everything, it was kind of weird actually, because he had a third friend. And it was me, the guy, and the third friend, and then Brent Weinbach.
Oh, be Weezy.
Tough kid.
Yeah,
tough
the last person you need to like
backup. Good backup.
have in your bag.
Want to talk some shit?
You want to talk some shit? Yeah.
Exactly. So it was kind of weird actually, because we were going back and forth, yelling at each other, and then things were calming down a bit. Like I got control of my senses. I was like, look, I'm not trying to start a conflict. You're just being super disrespectful in there. Everything was kind of calming down, and the third guy who was like playing the mediator was like, it's all good. Let's just calm down. All of a sudden, at the end of the whole thing, as things were about to like be over, snatches my hat off of my head, and he's like, "That's a cool hat." I mean, as I used to say in the bit, this was a line I dropped. I go, "Look, I'm not black, but I'm black enough that if you grab my hat off my head, we're gonna fight."
Hell yeah!
And so we did. We like ran outside, and the dude, I had been training, like doing boxing training for like a year at that point, and kind of interesting. I never threw a punch at the guy, like, which is kind of, I think of that as like, maybe that's good. Like maybe if I had punched the guy, like, I don't know, something bad could have happened. But what ended up happening, we started wrestling around, and I like
got him in a headlock.
I got him in a headlock, and I like choked him out. I literally like he literally tapped. Like
Whoa.
Literally. And at the end of it, and I go, "Are you done? Are you done?" And this is from the bit. I go, "Are you done? Are you done?" And he goes, "I'll never be done." I was like, "Oh, I'm fighting a knight. I am fighting a knight from the round table." And he finally, everything calmed down, everything conflict over, end of thing. There's a whole thing where he had cut me and also bled on me.
Ugh.
So it was like, I was like, and he looked, in that moment, as I looked at his body, I'm like, oh, wow, you are a gay heroin user. Like everything about, like the moment there was blood, I was thinking to myself, like, oh my God, this dude is like...
Was he around the same age as you?
Yeah. He probably was, but smaller, like...
I hate that fucking disrespect to the other performers,
oh,
too.
Man.
And I almost got in a fight at the Three Clubs. Remember that place?
Totally. Yeah.
This lady was sitting in the front, and there was two shows, back-to-back shows. And she was like, yeah! And like talking over people, and I was like...
I hate that shit.
And so I wasn't on that show.
Yeah.
So when that show ends, people leave. She stayed. And then I went to host the second show. And she started to do it, but because I was so worked up from watching her, I like immediately was like, "Shut the fuck up!" And somebody was like, don't talk to her like that.
Ah, you're the
and
asshole.
I was like, hey, asshole, I've been here. And she said something. Anyways, I call her a cunt.
Uh-huh.
And people were like, whoa. And I'm definitely like just super.
What is the occasion? Is it?
It's a showcase.
Is it a Montreal showcase?
It's a showcase that I'm not showcasing. I'm hosting for them, for the other comics. And I'm so mad that she's ruining this for them.
What's funny, though, is that the guy who's going on first is mad at you. Like, why is he ruining this for me?
I know they were. But then somebody was like, some woman goes, don't say that to her. That's my friend. I go, that's your friend? Then you're a cunt too. And then people got up and left.
Uh-huh.
Then the show kind of actually started to kind of go together. Well, the friend who was like, that's my friend, her son walks in with a backpack.
Ooh.
Anybody goes out with a backpack.
No, that's bad news right there.
And he was like, just staring. He was like, can I talk to you for a second? And I was like, all right. And I go outside. He's like, you called my mom a cunt.
Oh, no.
And I go, who's your mom? And
yeah,
he points.
is she a cunt or
Yeah.
what?
And he points to like the friend. And I go, I didn't call her. And he's like, yes, you did. You said blah, blah, blah. He's like, I want you to apologize to my mom. And his mom was like looking all like up at me like, you know, meek. And she was like, what happened? Why were you so angry? And I go, because your fucking friend is, they're like, well, she's been drinking and this. And I go, exactly. Like, get her out of here. Anyways, we have this whole thing. And I go, all right, I'm calm now. I'll say this. Sorry I said that to your mother. I'm not sorry I said it to her, though.
Uh-huh.
And they were like, okay. like,
Accept.
fair enough.
They
And I was-
shook on it.
Yeah, yeah. And the kid, you could see, like, he was like he was so fired up that I had said that. And then he just kind of like,
It's so
calmed down.
funny, too, because it's like conflict is so ridiculous. It's like the guy's like mad. Like, you said the word to my mom.
Yeah.
Like, who cares? Really get in
But
your car
that's
and
like
drive
you
away.
getting in a fight with a
You're
guy.
right. I have no defense other than this. At the end of that fight, I was like so ashamed of myself. Like I was, like the whole point of that bit is that you can't really win a fight as an adult because even if you win, you still feel like a loser. You know?
Yeah.
Like you don't get that triumphant like playground feeling anymore. That's not available after 30. But my friend Jesse, kid who I grew up with, kid I probably got into a lot of fights with when we were in middle school. It's like at the end of the day, like we're all. Society and humanity is real, but it's also an illusion and a mythological, like, fake thing that we're living in. In reality, we're all like monkeys. We're simian with testosterone, and we're just like, it's amazing that we don't come in. Like, sometimes there's just so many people around each other that it's inevitable and that conflict will occur between two males. And you just have to hope that you're developed enough and enlightened enough to avoid that you don't like die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
or
a good
just
point.
admit that you hate your mommy and daddy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And like that's probably where the rage comes from.
You think so?
Yeah, 1,000%.
I don't. I think at
Your
a certain
upbringing.
at a certain point, like
Avoiding conflict is a skill and a necessary one.
and one that I'm working on and I'm much better at than I used to be. But at a certain point, like there is a testosterone chemical reality that when two males are in the same zone and they're challenging each other, like it's difficult for there not to be conflict. It's possible to not be physical conflict.
Yeah.
And that's not about like
No, that's not about your mommy and daddy. But you're wiring that shit when you were growing up and you're like, people used to fucking get on me, dude. Like that's like your primal, that's your blueprint for the rest of your, like that's always going to be a trigger.
You know what's really fucked up about being good at avoiding conflict is you don't feel like a winner. It's not like when you walk
Yeah.
away all peace and love, like brother, it's all good. Like you're like,
still
wow, I'm a
angry.
bitch. And if you fight, you're an animal. If you acquiesce, you're a bitch. It's hard to be happy.
I get that, but I also think you can feel like the enlightened, smarter one who avoids the conflict.
You can,
Yeah, yeah.
and you still feel embarrassed. Or
yeah.
I still feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
Even when I'm enlightened. I recently had a conflict with a person very recently. This isn't like a stranger person. This is a person who was like trying to get my goat and talking shit, and he was at such a low kind of area in his life that I could have like really kicked a man while he was down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very easy for comedians to do that, and instead, via Natasha and some other people's urging, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna like walk away from this and just like check out of this interaction. And in the end, I felt like, damn, man, I had all these good comebacks. So
Yeah.
it's like it's hard to even feel like you win.
And it's got to be hard because you're close with Brent.
But that's the thing when they're low frequency and they're drunks at your show. Like I
Oh, yeah.
rage on like when a fucking drunk pops off, dude. I see red. Like, I want to fucking kill you. And
Really?
your children. I want to fucking kill you. But then you have to remind yourself, like, this person's life is so shitty
Yeah.
that they started drinking at whatever time. They came to the show. They're sabotaging.
That's something to remember about the internet too. Is like the people
Oh,
that
yeah.
are in
They're
conflict with you on the
miserable
internet.
cunts.
Yeah, it's just everybody's upset.
Yeah. What is it, Jeans?
I know what it is. Sorry.
What's wrong, Mommy?
No, it's just nothing.
All right.
Let's remind people that the special is on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, it's fantastic.
The honeymoon stand-up special. I do a half hour, Moshe does a half hour, and then together we do a live couples roast.
Thank you for saying it was good.
Absolutely. And you can see them live after an 11-day RV trip in Seattle. Second show has been
July
added.
6th.
July
6th. Columbia City Theater.
Go to moshakasher.com.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming over today.
Dude, thank you guys.
Thanks,
for
dude.
having
You
us.
guys are so
fun.
cool.
We'll leave you with this original Mom's House Scat by Matt C. Thank you guys. We'll see you next week. Love scatting.
I'm gonna do this thing called scat.
Love scatting.
I'm gonna do this thing called scat.
You love
I'm gonna
scatting.
do this thing called scat.
You love
I'm gonna
scatting.
do this thing called scat.
You love scatting. You love scatting. You love scatting. You love scatting.
Scat, Dad. Please let the black kid do it. Please. Is that how it's done?
You guys make sounds with your mouth.
I'm gonna do this thing called scat.
You guys make sounds with your mouth.
I'm gonna do this thing called scat.
With your mouth.
That was terrible.
Oof.
Wow.
That was actually the best one yet.
That was the best one.